I said fuck Xbox, fuck all these Xbox, fuck every Xbox their channel. Won't give a damn. It's PlayStation for life. You don't get it? Let's get it. Let's do this. Let's do this, my ponies. Let's go to war. What? Say what? Yeah. I say I double dip on The Last of Us. Woo. Yeah, I double dip on the director's cut. Woo. Double dip on every damn release. Damn right. Yeah, Jim Ryan is my motherfucking boss. Yo, and we don't care about no layoffs. Yeah, all the shine gonna keep it on the low. Shh. We be sucking on every damn toe. Yum. Because Sony PlayStation gets the love. Yeah, so all hell Sony, we be your ponies. You can take my wife, you can take my money. I'm obsessed with the God of War. Yeah, all my ponies ready to go to war. Blue PlayStation high, all over my head. Pentimetal PS5, 120 FPS. Blue team is the set, throw it up. I never had sex, I only care about sales. I said what I said. Woo! Only PlayStation gets my love. Only Sony gets my love. Thug love, pony love. Only PlayStation gets my love. Only Sony gets my love. Thug love, pony love. Only PlayStation gets my love. Only Sony gets my love. Thug love, pony love. Yeah. I see you Xbox. I see you playing on Game Pass for free. Nah, man, we don't do that over here. We pay $70 a game. Yeah, you Xbox be broke. You so stupid, so goofy. Fuck you, Demo Flow. Fuck you. Like and subscribe. Yeah, if you wanna see me more on Demo Flow Gaming channel. Fuck this dude, I'ma pop in the shot every time. Yeah, but I'm here to show my pony love. And you with it? Say what? Hello, everybody. Welcome back to another edition of the Demo Flow Gaming Show, where I share my passion for gaming and keep you informed of everything that's going on with gaming. So, whether you play on Nintendo, Xbox, PlayStation, on your fucking phone, we don't give a damn, bro. We gamers out here. We ready to rock the show today. Happy damn Friday. It's summertime. Super excited for the show. Let's get it, man. We got a lot of shit to talk about. Shout out to Power Boss. He's in the building. How's it going, Poppy? How you doing? I see you.
Always good. Always good.
Always good, Power Boss. Thank you for rocking with us today, man. Oh, man. Hey, what a freaking week, right? Like this past month, ever since the showcase, right? The June showcase, it sort of like set everything on fire. Gaming news all over the place, man. It's insane what we're seeing, not only when it comes to like, Xbox and PlayStation restructuring, trying to like, get ready for the next generation, but also for, all the amazing games that we got coming in addition to Steam Next Fest that is happening. So I've been playing a bunch of demos, a whole lot of information about Gears of War. And man, I'm super excited for the summer and the end of the year. When it comes to gaming, we got news about GTA. We're going to be talking about, Jason Schreier and Nishino, the Sony PlayStation CEO, and how Sony PlayStation fanboys are still, rather believe media than the words of a CEO. We also got more layoffs at Xbox. Some studios are being I'm not sure about boss. Because the news is like compulsion close or whatever, but like we are hearing something else. I don't know, maybe you got it more clear, but I honestly didn't have time for that shit because I was super busy the whole week. So I kind of want to like get into it and finally know for sure what the hell is going on, because I'm hearing also that some of these studios are just like sort of breaking away from Xbox and going independent. So I'm not sure about the situation. There's a whole lot of speculation online. So we are going to try to clarify everything to the best of our ability with facts and hopefully some articles or
are not lying out there, because I feel like the whole conversation is insane. But yeah, man, thank you so much for showing up, man. You are the most important guest of the show. We got Lycos 45 in the building. Say what's up, everybody. What's going on, Poppy? Happy Friday to all of you. We got Professor Strong winning. OMG, what's going on? And we got Matt Fig as well in the house. So far, so good. We just started the show, so don't be shy to say hi in the chat. Express your opinion. I'll definitely be checking out what you guys have to say. And without further ado, man, let's get into the show, because I mean,
I've got
we got
some
a spicy
theories,
one.
but I'm no insider. I don't have any sources or anything, just my thoughts alone. But I've got some theories about what's going on.
Yeah, I mean, would you wanna share with us, like, what is it that you're thinking on? Like, because there's a whole lot of speculation. Xbox is dead. Xbox is no
We'll,
more.
we'll, we'll get
Uh,
into it as we go over it.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I just wanted to say, man, like, okay, so this is a new leadership at Xbox. I'm not trying to damage control. Some of these studios really fucked up, and we've been saying this for a long time. We've seen the case with Perfect Dark. Perfect example. They had almost a decade to deliver Perfect Dark, and they couldn't do it, man. So, I mean, like, you can blame Microsoft, you can blame Phil Spencer, you can blame anybody, but at the end of the day, the ones working on these projects are the developers. So they had to like take some sort of accountability. Why isn't the game ready? And that's the question that we keep on asking. And now it seems like everything is moving faster at Xbox. So games that we didn't, I mean, barely knew anything about, like State of Decay 3, like they get like like an hour plus long showcase of gameplay and in-game content and shit. Like it looks like these studios are in a hurry to showcase what they have now. And it felt like a little bit like, okay, because I did like Phil Spencer, and I did like Phil Spencer's vision, but like I feel like he gave a lot of freedom to these studios to do whatever they wanted and pursue their passion, which is amazing. But also, like, does your passion looks like something people want to play? Does your passion translate into something that is gonna become a hit, or at least have a chance in this super extremely saturated gaming market that we have right now? So that's one of the biggest questions. And one of the things came out saying that the budget for South of Midnight was $100 million. I couldn't believe it. I thought South of Midnight was like a $30 million game, maybe 40, 50, and pushing it. But I mean, look, don't get me wrong. The game looks incredible. I'm tired of saying here that artistically is amazing. They really represented well the culture of the South. We understand all of that. The soundtrack was amazing as well. But man, does it look like $100 million game? And I want to ask that question to Shop. Please let me know. Do you feel that like South of Midnight was $100 million game? And Paul, boss, I want to ask you too, because maybe you got a different take than me. And I'm curious to see what you think about South of Midnight. And do you really think that game was worth the $100 million, or do you think that they wasted their money doing something else, and maybe they weren't efficient enough? What is your take on this, man?
Yeah, I think it was close to like 90 million plus advertising, and that's what made it go over 100 million. I don't know if I would call it a $100 million looking game, but it was definitely its own artistic style. I think a lot of it came probably from the stop motion that
Yeah.
everything about that game had. So I could see it, especially with the ballooning budgets as the way they were this past little bit of dev cycles and stuff like that. So I don't know where I put artistic creativity versus actual ballooning budgets, but even so, it's nowhere near in the ballpark of what Spider-Man 2 was at 300 plus million.
Right. And we have other like smaller games that with smaller budgets that are being extremely popular. And I love to bring out a game like Grounded. Grounded was a team of 4 people at the beginning. That's how it started. And then when they increased the budgets, of course, and the production value, when they seen Grounded be such a successful game, and by many people who are into the survival type games, it is one of the best survival games out there. Now Grounded 2, and they did it with limited budget, so it goes to show like, okay, it's time to analyze and it's time to criticize and it's time to speak the truth, right? And I feel like we've been doing that here, and we've been questioning like for a long time, what are these studios doing and why are these games taking so.
Speaking of budgets, the 400 million for Gears E-Day, I can absolutely see being over 400 million. But people are trying to say, oh, it's going to have to sell like 7 million copies like Spider-Man 2 did just to break even. And people are getting that completely wrong. The reason why Spider-Man had to sell so much is because of the fact of the contract with Marvel, where Gears is an internal studio and they don't have nearly that much to recoup the cost of what they spent on the game. It's still going to be quite a bit, but from what I'm seeing, because if you look at the Steam page, things that are in the game are now confirmed to be in the game, like horde mode, multiplayer, PvP. People are worried that it's going to be 100 and or 130 gigs worth of file size, but that's actually pretty on par and on point for how big of the content that they say we're getting in it. So I'm actually excited to see, what Gears does, both PC and Xbox, because that game is going to sell probably better than Forza at this point. It's been a game that's been waited for quite some time.
I got a different take on Gears, man. Look, hey, $400 million. I hope that they know what they're doing. I hope and I pray that people can take a liking to Gears. Gears, bro, like, listen, people can get into Gears. I was posting some of the gameplay saying, online, like how people don't find this fun, right? Like ball bouncing, moving around, just having fun, being free when playing a game, expressing yourself as a player. And it turns out that people don't want to do that no more. People do not want to put in the work and get good at games and deal with better players than them. And I feel like Gears, it has a huge following that just buy it because they want to play the campaign because it's legendary and it will be legendary. This is probably gonna be like the best campaign we got from Gears of War in a long time, since like Gears 3. So um dude, it's just like a hard game to play. So they had to change a bunch of mechanics, right? Like they getting rid of the spammy wall bouncing. There's gonna be some sort of wall bouncing, but it's not gonna be like like the same as you see here on screen at certain times when I'm bouncing. Uh, but man, it just like it, it, it it doesn't give me as much hope. And I'm super hopeful that the game, be successful because it's one of my favorite franchises. And, I've been playing for a long time and I continue to play, even though Gears 5 it's been out for 7 years. Here I am, showing you gameplay, which I played, this past week. So, I want the game to be successful, and we have a division amongst the players, right? We got some players who want the movement of Gears of War to remain, as a legacy type game and continue, basically with the same movements, sort of, that we used to have in the other games. And some other players, they are ready for the change because they are like, okay, people didn't really like Gears like that and didn't
Well,
embrace it.
let's not forget also that the changes to the wall bouncing, while that's getting, it looks like downgraded, they are also adding in new mechanics like sliding and
Yeah,
low wall cover. So it's
yeah,
not
I
going to
think.
be terribly all bad. We have to see how
Yeah,
the multiplayer maps match up.
basically that's what I'm saying, because here's the thing, like Gears multiplayer and Gears campaign, the gameplay varies from one to another one, like a lot. Like you cannot spam ball wall bouncing during the campaign, but you can do so when you are in a multiplayer game. So it's kind of weird. But yeah, I mean, I'm praying that the game is successful because I would hate for Gears to like fail or something and be like people didn't welcome it. And it's a game that, bro, like whether we like it or not, it's gonna be scrutinized heavily. Like all eyes on Gears. And I'm not even kidding. Everybody's already like blowing out of proportions the budget, all of these things that don't matter. Because I mean, I believe if there is a game that shows that is like, that they have a high budget, is Gears. Like for what they shown, the game looks incredible. The environments and then the improvements of all mechanics across the board and everything. It looks insane. And I just can't wait to play it. But moving on from Gears, bro, like honestly, these budgets, they need to like I don't know, they have to do something about it. And here comes AI, right? Like a lot of these cuts are gonna happen with the personal, the staff, and they're gonna sort of like utilize AI to support themselves to help develop these games in a faster way, which could be beneficial to us. But at the same time, it's kind of sad to see these many people go. But at the end of the day, it's just insane that they were given a chance, a budget, and they didn't deliver. So somebody has to like, be accountable for it. So that's the sad part. And that's the part that a lot of people are not seeing. They do not want to hold the developers accountable for what they doing. And I think that is a mistake because I mean, yeah, you can blame Xbox. Okay, for example, if Xbox didn't give him the right budget, right? But they did, and they wasted it in some of the shit that we don't know about, and some of the games are not showing, these budgets. And I'm not saying this is only at Xbox. This is like in every freaking publisher out there or studio. So sometimes you feel like, okay, like why is this game $70? For example, like I was trying a bunch of demos on the Steam Next Fest, and some of the games that I looked at, I was like, okay, it looks cool, but $70 for these? Isn't like, I mean, like it's a demo and everything, but I don't believe these games are worth $70. They don't look anything special or different from what we've seen before. And why are these games $70? I get it. I mean, gas is expensive and all of that, but like it's getting harder and harder to trust these companies with $70 games. And I want to put out there so people don't be saying that I'm biased and shit. One of my favorite games that came out last year, uh, Borderlands 4, right? They just posted this stupid shit on Twitter, Power Boss, and I'm gonna have to like, and this is the reason why I refuse sometimes to buy these games at $70. And the disrespect that they in the way that they can look at you in the face as a customer and still promote their bullshit. It's just like what, like really grind my gears. No pun intended. But Borderlands 4 posted this recently, and I had to like cook them and call them out, man. This was disrespectful, and here it is. So they they posted this. If you are playing Borderlands 4 on PC, we've updated our PC optimization guide to help you enhance your time with the game. Check it out. There's nothing wrong with this, but check out. Like, just watch and tell me what's wrong, Paul. But let me use
Borderlands 4 on PC. We've updated our PC optimization guides to help you enhance your time with the game. To use the guides, select your graphics card manufacturer, your graphics card, and your resolution, then replicate your settings in the game menu, and now you're optimized. Happy vault hunting.
What do you see in that video? I know it was quite fast, but what do you see in that video?
I mean, they didn't give very much. It's a nice feature. NVIDIA already does this with their graphics cards with the GeForce Now experience. For what it showed, it didn't have too many graphics cards that were lower end in that drop down.
That's not the problem. Here is the problem. I'm gonna point it out at you. Okay, so they're using an RTX 4090, which everybody knows is a super strong card. And check it out. Go look at here what I'm pointing. What is it? What is here? frame generation. This is almost a 1-year-old game that costed 70 fucking dollars that I paid for, that came out unoptimized. It was good. I have fun, but the optimization was terrible. And we talked about it here. I couldn't even stream the game, like, the clips and videos out of it, they would call this bullshit out. And the audacity of posting a guide to optimize your settings with frame generation a year after, it's just insane to me. And it's so disrespectful. And that's one of the reasons why it makes it so hard to spend $70 on one of these bullshit games, bro. And it's like, bro, like, what are you even doing? You had a whole year pretty much to optimize this game, and you are telling people to turn on frame generation. No shit. Like, of course it's gonna run better. You got frame generation, but you know what? Like 3080s, 2060s, and look, don't even get me started, because this is not a problem only on the PC. The game is terrible on the console as well. Trust me, I play it there too. You know what I'm saying? It's terrible on console as well. So this is not a PC problem. This is a problem of 2K being dirtbags and not optimizing their games that they sell you for $70. That's, bro, like, I'm so pissed off at this shit. So I have to call them out, man. Like, what the fuck?
And
are
let's
we even
also
doing?
not forget that 2K has made some great games when they were in collaboration with Firaxis. They made the XCOM games. Those games are phenomenally optimized.
No, for sure.
Yeah, they're much older games, yeah. But at the same time, at what point did they deviate from one or the other,
Yeah, man, this is crazy, man. But shout out to I can read your name very well. Bitter now. I'm gonna call Bert and Better now. I don't know.
Baron.
Burn.
Yeah,
Because
there you
I'm
go.
reading Bear, I'm reading Now, and I'm reading Wix, something like that. So this open panel, don't worry if not. What does that mean? What is he trying to say? Thank you for that too, though. What is he trying to say? He's trying to hop in.
Hey, we welcome everybody to come and talk and speak your mind. It makes no difference if y'all want to speak your piece. By all means, if you have something to say on a topic, we encourage you to voice your opinion. We just ask that you don't be toxic. We play on everything here.
Yeah. And we don't. I mean, we don't really block anybody or anything here. It's just not like unless you're acting a fool or some shit. But or just like messing around with the community. But other than that, man, you're good to go. You can say whatever you want as long as it's respectful. You're welcome here. Everybody's welcome here. Where you play everywhere, like I said at the beginning of the show, it doesn't matter where you play, man. We're just gonna go ahead and do our thing here, no matter what. But yeah, man, it's just like I don't know, man. Like I'm in this place now with gaming in which I love the games that are coming. I love what they're doing, and some of the games I'm super excited for. The the Gears, the Halo campaign, for what I've seen, is amazing. And not only that, we got a bunch of third party games that are coming out. So from some of the demos that I was trying out yesterday, some of the games are like, I can't remember the names now, but some of them are super cool, and I added them to my wish list right away. But when I look at them and I look at the price and I see $70, I just don't see myself buying anything like that for $70. Like, people are even whatchamacallit, like, saying that GTA will be more than $70. And even though I know that I'm gonna buy it, first off, I'm a content creator. Second of all, we've been waiting for the game for a long time. But this is abusive, man. This is abusive, and we gotta keep it real. Like, this shit ain't cool.
And I think pre-orders go up on the 25th, and they've already announced that it will be $80 at launch.
$80? They already announced it? It's official?
I think so.
You think
I'm
so?
pretty sure.
We gotta make sure before we go ahead and say that the game is gonna be $80. But I mean, yeah, it's probably gonna show. It's probably gonna show. Do I
We'll
have
know
a
next week.
StreamYard link? You want to hop in? Give us a minute. Let us do a show, and then at the end, if you want to join us, for sure, man. Thank you. And because I don't use, I
Yeah,
usually
Baron. We'll
don't
get
do
you in
that,
here a little
but
later.
yeah. But we'll send you a link if you want to hop in and say something, and we try to do something different today. Uh, but yeah, bro, Dalik, this is crazy. So going back to what's going on at Xbox, I believe that Asha, right, came with a very different energy, and she is trying to move fast. She's trying to get shit right, and she's trying to fix things that don't work. Um, Phil Spencer, amazing dude, whatever, but he gave too much freedom to these studios, and I think that wasn't a bad thing. But I do believe that games like Killing, like, listen, it's a small little project, but think about it. Like, who in here wants to go to pottery class? Like, think about it. Like, you know what I mean? And if you want to make it for kids and shit like that, you should have gone with something like Play-Doh or slime, something that, everybody can relate to it, at least the kids. But they made with a Friday double date type game, then, like, man, what is that, Power Buzz?
This is something that I made when I was in college, having to take an artistry class, and we did pottery.
You did pottery?
I don't have
Fire!
a steady hand, so I can't articulate
Do it
very
anymore.
well with my hands. But this is just something small that I made. It was supposed to be like a mock birdhouse.
Yeah, but
And I tried to make it a little fancy with a little bridge or balcony. Didn't
yeah,
turn out great, but it's still, my artistic spin on it,
yeah. Shout out to John Dredge, the artist. He said that's the shit I've been talking about. They keep hiking up the base prices up on games, but still giving us bogey games. And there's no pushback. Instead, we got people like Colin Moriarty saying that he will pay $100 for something like GTA. And it's like, why are you encouraging these people to make gaming more expensive? Look, and then we got the other part of the other side of the coin, which are the people who are saying, yeah, I mean, you have to buy gears. uh no, I don't have to buy gears because I have Game Pass, which I pay for, and I've been paying for since day one. Xbox included in the servers. I'm here to play games, save money, and play more. I'm not here to like pocket watch Microsoft. None of that. They know better what they're doing. If they put it on Game Pass, amazing. I love it. I'm gonna take full advantage of that, and I'm gonna encourage you to take full advantage of that because I put it there for a reason. If you go out there and, like, first off, you need fucking Game Pass to play Gears Online. Come on, bro. Like, what are we doing? Somebody say like, "Oh, this is the problem. You are asking for Xbox to have online for free," and it's like, and I'm like, "Yo, we are on 2026. Why in the fuck do I need to pay for Xbox Online? Discord is free. Back in the day, by the Xbox 360, they offer you a service, the party service. It was something new. It was innovative back in the day, and they charge you for it. We were willing to pay for that, but now we got free shit like Discord that you don't even have to pay, and you can call and talk on there and stream and everything for free. And now you have Xbox and PlayStation charging you to play online. And it's just like something that it does not make sense to me. And I'm not here to watch the
Not to
pockets of
mention,
Microsoft with their wallets or Sony or none of
not,
that. Let them do their thing. This service you pay for, utilize it. Like, I don't really
I was
get
going
it.
to say, not also between the time skip between when Xbox Live Gold actually came out and Windows Live Gold came out compared to 2016 when they started day and date on PC.
Yeah. And it's just like, what are we even doing, guys? Come on, wake the fuck up. The whole paying for online shit on console is bullshit. People still cheat on console. I know. It sounds like, oh yeah, people don't cheat on, no, cheat. Yeah, people cheat on console all the fucking time. All you have to do is go look it up. an Apex Legends video or fucking Call of Duty Warzone video, and you see everybody cheating on console. It doesn't matter whether it be on PlayStation, whether it be on PlayStation 4 or PlayStation 5, Xbox. It doesn't matter what console, people are cheating online, which is why I'm calling out all these fucking companies to fix their fucking anti-cheat and stop selling it to their own players. That's what they need to fucking do. And then, want to clean up the whole cheating shit online, and the games will succeed. So people are saying now, because Black Ops 2 and Black Ops 1 is going to PlayStation, that they getting on a special port or something. They're not getting nothing. They're getting the original PlayStation 3 port. It's just that they're not getting shit. It might be enhanced or something, but it's gonna be the same thing that we got here on Xbox for that we've been having.
I was about to
for a
say
long
we've
time.
had all of them since the beginning for almost the entirety of the time, and now it's in Game Pass as well.
It just doesn't make sense to me, man. Guys, we need to get it together. And stop fucking watching these companies. And stop saying, oh, we need to go out there and buy gears. Bro, buy the games that you want. Do not buy a game to support a fucking company or nothing like that. Buy the game you want, because at the end of the day, when your card declines, these motherfuckers are not going to be here for you. They're not going to be there for you. They're not going to be, oh, shit, I remember you bought Gears when nobody did. Here's a free game. No, fuck that. Like, where's your money at? You know what I'm saying? So get whatever they're giving you and don't think about it. Xbox is going to be fine. Microsoft is backing them up with like $1 trillion, like more than that. I think it's like $2 trillion now, like some insane price now
Almost
that they have
4 trillion.
value. Like, what are we even doing here? And I'm not saying here go boycott the game or nothing like that. Like, if you want to buy it, by any means buy it, but just because you want to keep it or because you like it or because you love it or because you want to collect it or something, but just don't buy it to be like, oh, I'm gonna buy a game to support Xbox. Like, that's
So
not the way
I
to
know
go about shit.
Burano is chomping at the bit to get in here and have their piece. So let's go on to the next topic so we can get to that.
Yeah, no, for sure. We got Pablo saying Pablo's doing some killing in real life, say like us. But on Better Night saying sadly don't have Discord, can post link below. I'll join them, remove link. Lycos 45.
Yeah, I get the link.
Building. Okay, Lycos 45 said, yeah, for real, life needs to be free now. Just charge us for Game Pass. There you go. And listen, Game Pass to play online, all that shit had to be gone. I thought that was gone, but apparently the only games that are free to play online are the games that are free to play. So when you buy a game that is not free to play and has a multiplayer, you still need Game Pass. You still need PS Plus to play it. And I think that's crazy that we're still doing this, And I know a lot of people get upset when I say shit like this, but stop going crazy. Okay, let me see. Demo, do you have the regular YouTube video app? The one I'm on now, closest after my screen dims. I do have the link here. There you go. That's the link to the main stream, which is like the horizontal. Now the vertical stream is there for some people who like to watch it that way, but you are welcome to watch it there too. The show is also available on Kick and Twitch. So go ahead and check it out. Whatever platform you on, bro, I don't care as long as you're here hanging out. They are powerful. That's only insane shit. But going back to the Xbox Studios and layoffs, looks like Compulsion is done. Look like Double Fine is fine, right? We've seen them posting something like an emoji or some shit that they were cool. Who was a Ninja Theory, another one that is very curious, and we got to talk about it because Hellblade 1, yeah, did all right. Hellblade 2 was an amazing game, but didn't do as good. And to top it off, they go ahead and show you something about Senua again. Like, we're expecting something new. We're expecting Project Mara. We're expecting another game in between Senua. Of course, keep on doing Senua, but give us something that we haven't seen from you. Like, back in the day, Ninja Theory had different IPs, and they were, gameplay heavy and stuff like that. Now we're seeing they getting comfortable doing the same thing. And listen, as much as we like Senua and as legendary as she is, we got to understand that just because this is a niche game. You guys don't understand, bro. Like literally, this is a game that I was shown when I was going to college. So when they were teaching me about schizophrenia, they were like, if you want to experience schizophrenia, you know, this is like, you know, the way, like now. And not everybody can tolerate that, and
And
that's a
as
fact.
somebody with PTSD, that game
Yeah,
pretty much nails your feelings. Believe me.
yeah, but like Power Bus, I know you're somebody who has PTSD because you're war better than all of that stuff. As a somebody with PTSD, do you really want to go and experience something like Senua? Like he's like, oh shit, like no, no, it's not good for you. It might.
I will say it's been a long time in therapy with the VA before I was even comfortable talking about it. I got out in 2010, and it probably wasn't until about 2018 that I even opened up about things mostly. So it was a nice, refreshing, fresh air kind of thing. When you look at the differences of one aspect, because PTSD is not all encompassing. You can have PTSD from a few different things, but they really nailed the vibe of it well, and they did it in a way that it didn't trigger me personally. It may not trigger you personally if you have any sort of trauma in your life, but to see the things that happens, it does take into account some things. I think they did a very well job of it, because like I said, it may trigger you, it didn't trigger me, but not everybody's going to be the same, especially when it comes to PTSD, because there's many forms of it. Yeah, I got you, Baron. I didn't forget. And then, as far as the studios themselves, Double Fine just came out with two great games. Neither of them bangers, but they're decently good games, because you have Keeper, which is a heavy narrative, puzzle-driven game. Then you had the most recent Kiln, which is almost zero story and all gameplay. And they made Psychonauts and Psychonauts 2. So they do make good games. So I think when they posted their emoji saying that they're good, they were never in question. Compulsion, South of Midnight, was a decently good game. I still haven't gotten to try it myself. I have it downloaded on my PC when I get it back. I intend on playing it and give it a shot. I've seen a lot of good things about it. And I was never into Souls-likes, but it's an adventure game, so I was going to give it a shot and give it a fair shake. So I can't say one way or the other, good or bad. I know it was a short game, which is fine. And then we saw that they posted on LinkedIn job applications, seeking out stuff. We don't know if it's the whole studio. We don't know if they're getting shut down or what's going to happen. I don't think we're going to find out anything about it until the end of the month, which is the end of fiscal year 26 for Xbox. So we're going to find out more, and I think it's going to be within the first 2 weeks of July where we actually hear what's actually happening. Arcane Leon was the other one.
Yeah,
They're talking about how Blade is now canceled. They just don't want competition to Wolverine. Blade's so far been fine. It's only been maybe a year and a half, 2 years since Blade was shown. We're wanting more about it. And I don't think that anything is going to jeopardize that, at least as of yet. It's too soon. I was hoping that we would see more of it. But then we got State of Decay 3. That game is phenomenally looking great. I'm in the demo beta for it, and it's amazing. And then you got the little bit over an hour gameplay. I think he was one of the dead. And that 72 minutes was absolutely stellar. I completely enjoyed every bit of it.
About that, I had to add that they need to work in a lot of things. I know it's an alpha, but they do need to like brush up in animation, especially when you are consuming the consumables, drinking water, things like that. Yeah, definitely all of that needs work for immersion. But the core of the game, from what I've seen, is like State of Decay, more State of Decay, but it also looks like better graphically and everything. Like you can tell.
But then you look at games like or game studios like Arcane Leon. They made Deathloop. They made Hi-Fi Rush, Ghostwire Tokyo. Or I'm sorry, no, not Hi-Fi Rush. That was
Not
Tango.
Hi-Fi Rush. That's Tango.
Yeah. But they have made great small games. We don't know how much of that studio is left, but they fall under the Bethesda and ZeniMax umbrella. Yes, that's still a part of Microsoft and Xbox now, but ZeniMax has a cash cow in ESO. If they want to do restructuring within, then that's on them. Yeah, Asha can say, hey, I want this to happen, but she doesn't have to specifically go in herself to say, hey, I want this many people fired from your studio because they're not performing. And that 3% accountability margin that everybody's been toting around is not direct revenue and profit. It has an effect on it, but it's not a direct correlation to what they're making. It's only a part of it. You're fine, Jules. Welcome on in.
Hey,
and then
I see
the
you.
last one was which one am I missing? Got Arcane Leon, got Compulsion,
Double Fine,
Ninja Theory, Hellblade.
Ninja Theory, yeah.
As far as Hellblade goes,
And this
Hellblade-
one looked better, Senua, right? Looked
oh,
better.
absolutely it did. But you have Hellblade 1, which is a PlayStation exclusive. Didn't sell numbers there. Okay. It sold a couple 100,000, I think. It was one way that you played the game and one way that you enjoyed the game. And Hellblade 2 came out. It was an Xbox exclusive timed, and it performed, even with Game Pass, pretty phenomenal. And they just announced Senua. I don't think, 5 days after they announced it, they're all of a sudden going to just close the whole studio when they've got so much work going. Yeah, they probably wanted Hellblade 3. We all did. We don't know what Project Tomorrow was. And the description that the director gave was only half of the people were working on Project Mara, half of the people were working on the side Senua project. Or maybe on the start of Hellblade 3, and then they took a turn, and then they pulled everybody in from the whole studio. So it's not just 40 devs, it's all 89, I think, is what he said. And now they're all working on it. And I don't know how many of the people worked on any of their other titles. I don't know how many people within the studio worked on Hellblade 1 and 2. But from everything they're looking at, they're merging a lot of Hellblade 1 and Hellblade 2 into this Senua title. Now, it is an offshoot. It is not the main title. They've already clarified the story is not going to coincide. So this is making me think that the game is going to be more of her personal struggle with PTSD and schizophrenia and whatever other disorders they're going to give her. And it's going to be, I think, a little expansive. We saw that there is combat with more than one enemy at a time.
Combat is heavier.
So it's going back to Hellblade 1 for that. Now the question is, are they going to have enemies that attack at the same time? We don't know.
It looked like it would have had combat with multiple enemies at once. But I do want to
what I'm saying is it doesn't seem like the enemies will lunge at you at the same time.
Right.
It'll still use the AI to take one after the other in a turn.
Yeah, not when they attack all simultaneously.
But I think that looks great too.
Yeah.
Because you can switch enemies in the middle. Because you can switch enemies in the middle.
Listen, fam. I understand why games like Senua exist, right?
Let me get the link for Barana.
And I think it's important, right, for games like this to exist, because I think it's important to bring awareness to issues like schizophrenia and stuff. But when you are, doing the same thing all the time, like Senua already served the purpose to be the game that it is. It's being shown to people in colleges and universities to, help them understand schizophrenia better. I think that they can go ahead and move on to do something else. I think it's about time they gave Senua a rest. I mean, they go back to back. They had Project Mara, which everybody was super hyped for, interested in. They canceled that to continue doing Senua. And it's just like, my God, man. And I love Senua, but if you're trying to eat, if you're trying to become, a force to be reckoned with. If you're trying to sell copies and stuff, and you see that what you're doing is not working, you need to change. You need to go ahead and be okay. How about we tell the story maybe in the same universe, but some of the other characters that were important in the game too? We can spin it off, or we can do another game in the same universe, but it's some other person, or maybe switch it up to a different style. Like, you know, I believe that they are amazing. Ninja Theory is an amazing. Look, it's so amazing that Sony PlayStation fanboys were poor begging for Ninja Theory. They were like, "Oh, we wish we had that at PlayStation." But sadly, being amazing doesn't cut it. You need to also produce, and this is something that Phil Spencer said a long time ago. Every studio had to be accountable. So now they're blaming it all in Asha when this is some shit that they had from the previous tenure that they were going to do before. Even some reports are coming out about that Ninja Theory already knew that they were hanging from a thin thread, and that they were needed, they needed to do something about it, because there were discussions about being let go, or separating themselves from Xbox or whatever. And the way that
Oh,
I
that was
see
the
it
other
is,
thing. As far as like studios separating or spinning off or closing down, like I said, we're gonna wait and see what happens. I don't think anything like that's gonna happen, uh, because literally everybody saying that is literally wanting Xbox to just be more like PlayStation as a subsidiary rather than a direct under the umbrella of.
similar
And I
to
think that
Toys
would
by
be a
Bob,
mistake.
right? Right.
Exactly.
Similar. I think this is what's going on. I think
But
Xbox
I
is
don't think that's
understanding.
gonna happen.
Yeah. We'll see, man. Maybe they're gonna be like some sort of a mercenaries for Xbox. We'll see. But I mean, the studio's not close per se. They're negotiating to see how are they gonna deal with this. And this is like the misinformation that exists in online on Twitter and places like that. They already think that Ninja Theory is no more, that they don't exist anymore. They think that Senua is not coming to Game Pass anymore, that they announced the game and now they're not gonna make it. The game is announced already. The game is coming out. This is already a deal that they have with Xbox.
And I
This is
want to
what I
make it
believe.
clear, after everything that we've heard about what's been going on, people started posting about layoffs from Asha's statement. Then they started running with uh, the LinkedIn post from Compulsion, putting up job postings looking for work. I think one of them, even C Money had an interview with when they were there at
Yeah.
last year's Game Fest.
Yeah, I think
I
so.
can't pronounce the poor lady's name. I'm sorry. It starts with a Z, I believe. But she was, I believe, the creative director, and she, said, "Hey, I have 6 years in the industry. Is there any studio willing to pick me up? I'm looking for work," essentially. And
Right.
by all means, she's phenomenal talent. And games like Santa Monica and Insomniac and PlayStation Studios, while we're not liking some of the games that are coming out, like this new God of War Lofe, that doesn't
Mhm.
mean that there isn't exceptional talent at that studio.
No, for sure. The game looks incredible. That's what people
And the
don't
graphics look
like, don't
outstanding, yes.
wanna. But it's a
So,
shame at the same time that it's not creators and it's
right.
hurt. That's why everybody's pissed off. That's it.
So now, when it looks at moving forward, we have to keep in our expectations. However, when this came out from both Asha's statement and the found LinkedIn job postings, now everybody's all of a sudden saying all this wild crap about every other studio. Double Fine had to come out and clarify, hey, they're not in
Yeah.
trouble.
Right.
Ninja Theory just had a new game shown, so I don't think they're in trouble. They could be. I don't know. I'm not an insider. I'm not talking to the studios. I have no clue.
Yeah.
But at the same time, people are jumping to conclusions. Kiln didn't sell well. Keeper didn't sell well. What metric are they going by? They're small niche games. For all we know, those games had like a $5,000 budget. They could have very
Maybe.
easily made their money back. We don't know.
You
And
don't know.
unless you want to go and crunch the numbers, or Microsoft and Xbox come out and tells you, hey, this is what the game spent to make, this is the advertising that they used, this is how much it cost overall, and this is how much money they made back by selling.
But at the end of
Don't
the day,
forget, they offset that by Game
Power
Pass.
it all comes down to like that's not a fucking problem. They're making games and we're playing it. That's it. That's all you need to know.
Absolutely. But
Like I don't really
also,
get the
but,
whole like studio this, studio that.
but
But
also that 3% accountability margin, that's over Xbox as a whole. That is not, oh, this studio's held to 3%, so this studio must also
right,
be held to
it's
3%.
everybody.
It's
So
everybody.
there's studios
Oh,
that produce more that are doing great, and there's studios that may be not doing so good, and that's the
and
average.
when Xbox Game Pass pulls in about 5 billion a year and spends between 1 to 2 billion, maybe a little bit over on also that as well, you
Mhm.
also have to take into consideration that those same studios, they may have had, a 10, 20, 30% accountability margin and hit that goal. So while Xbox overall as a whole is in decline, you got your big hitters like Halo, Fable, Gears,
Call
Forza,
of Duty.
Call of
That
Duty
they
now.
forget about Call of Duty.
Forza
And
did
now,
absolutely gangbusters before
listen,
the Rise of 6.
listen. And a lot of people are criticizing Acha for making everybody work in Fallout, making everybody working Elder Scrolls. Like, what the fuck do you want?
And the
Don't
new
you
word
want
is that Elder
Fallout?
Scrolls 6 and
That should
Fallout
have
5 are
been
going to be
done a
exclusive.
long time ago. Like, prioritize the shit that you know is gonna bang, bro. And then these little side projects. Okay, we had time. Okay, you can work on your little piece of shit game that nobody's gonna
Absolutely.
play. But, bro, by any means, prioritize the heavy hitters that we've been waiting for. The games that we love, the games that we got Bethesda for. Give me more Doom. Give me more Quake. Give me more Fallout. Give me more Deathloop. The
So
game
I
was
just want
successful. Do a
to
sequel. Shit
I
like
want to
that.
point out No Hunter real quick before you get into your super chats.
Yeah. About to
He
get there.
says, I do love what Blizzard devs said about studio closures. And he's absolutely correct because they said something he said something along the lines of the studio closures are a sad state of the industry, but at the same time, not everybody is held to the same standards.
Facts.
Just something to that extent.
But that is
And
true.
that's also comes with the pattern of, hey, if somebody had to take time off for, a death in the family. So for this particular project, that person may not have performed up to their standards. They've had a lot on their mind. So there's a lot of things that go into it. Now, if the person was working every day constantly and was there every time, but may not put out the best work, it just means that they're reliable. Okay, so fine. They're a great person. They're just not up to the quality of some of the other people that are working in that same department. It doesn't mean that they're a bad person or the studio's bad or things like that. But for production purposes, they're behind schedule, so we had to let them go. It happens.
It's just business, power boss, Lisa. If I don't show up to work, if I don't produce at work, if I don't do my job, I get fired too. Like devs are human beings, just like me and you.
Absolutely.
They working, they on their contract too. So shout out to
So let's go ahead and get Dave Easy.
They reason for the fire. He said people keep saying Xbox want to be like PlayStation. Anyone notice how PlayStation always responds out of desperation every time Xbox makes a move, though? We're gonna talk about that because Greg Miller was out there doing his antics, and oh my god, that guy, man. But shout out to Dave Reese again for the fire. He said Bungie and 12 live service games were panic responses. Console players will still be gaming in the Stone Ages if Xbox hadn't added voice chat for console. Shout out to you, yeah, and that's true, man. Shout out to Dreamcast, who actually they were the pioneers of the online gaming, and it was sad to see them go, but Xbox picked up where they left off, and sort of
Well, let's also not forget that the Dreamcast, I don't think, had online voice chat either.
No, but they had online. Like
they had online, but they didn't have a voice chat. Xbox was the first ones to do that.
And it's cool and everything, but now we had something like Discord, which the majority of people at Xbox use because Discord allows you to stream your own thing. Like they could have done this thing with Party Chat and turn it into Discord and make it available for all platforms so you can party chat via Xbox in whatever platform, everything. Like they did every time they do a push, they do a half-assed. You know what I'm saying? And they had to go all out and take a big risk and say.
And let's be fair, they've been doing that for quite a few number of years too.
Yeah.
So.
But yeah, man, that's my 2 cents on the studio closures. I feel like Asha is running the place in a short leash. I feel like she's pushing everybody to go
So
ahead and
has Barano joined
okay,
backstage
yeah.
yet?
I'm gonna bring no,
Yeah,
he
let's go
hasn't.
ahead.
I see him. Yeah.
Yeah,
But yeah,
let's go
let's
ahead
give it
and
up
hear
for
what
him. Let's see
that
what he
person
has
has
to
to say.
say. And welcome to the show.
Ah,
How
hey,
you doing?
hello.
Hey, hello, how you doing? Welcome.
I'm good. Is my audio okay?
Yeah, you sound great.
Oh, thank you. I was just going to say, by the way, like listening to you guys talk, you're like really informed, but like like you know what you're talking about. You know what I mean? It's really like really enjoyable to listen to. I was loving it backstage, just hearing you talk. It's great.
Thank you. Thank you for coming through. What's going on?
Oh no, and I was just like just a bit curious with yourselves. Just going to jump in, have a chat, because like I'm big on the games myself as well, and
Awesome.
I do share like a lot of your like thoughts and opinions as well when it comes to the way it's going nowadays.
Awesome. And I wanted to ask you since you're here, man, and I want you to chip in the conversation. Like, how do you feel about the closures of the studios? Do you feel like this is restructuring, or do you feel like this is panic? Like, where you stand with this? Like, I kind of want to hear from you.
For me, it's a case of like I am a bit worried because it's you don't really know if these people are getting moved to another studio or whether it's like do you know where one studio shut but they'll just make a brand new one like the same way I think it was Black Isle Studios went to Obsidian because there's like really no like oh we're actually going to a new studio or this and that. I'm a bit worried. So you know, unless they're pulling something out the bag, I'm not too sure. I'm just worried that they're going to close them all, and then there's going to be a bit of a drought when it comes to like media production.
That's what's up. That's what's up. Shout out to Silfalat, Sirifalat. Thank you for coming through. We got Darius in the building. OG Xbox is Dreamcast too. Shout out to you. Dreamcast guys gonna love that. C4 skills. Yep, first console with an Ethernet port. Uh Jules in the building. How's it going? Thank you for coming. Who is this? It's just one of our viewers. He wanted to hop in, so why not, man? Let everybody's welcome here to say what they need to say, man. That's all good.
And
We
thanks for
got
having me again.
Gnome Hunter. Arcane Austin with Hi-Fi Rush was a good game. Yet one good game didn't save them for the three other flops from the same studio, and that's something that we have to understand too. Like not every game is a heavy hitter. We also saying Jewel saying that he is so cool, that you are cool, man. How do you say your username? Because it's kind of hard for us to pronounce.
Oh, no worries. It's like Bananovich.
Ah, Beranovich. Okay, got you. That sounds that makes more sense now.
It's
Fair
all right.
enough.
Don't
Fair
worry.
enough.
It is a mouthful.
All right, cool, man. We got Razer Ultron in the building saying Discord is used by PC gamers for chat, for customer support by companies like GameShare and many other things. It's not just a voice chat app like Xbox Party Chat. I agree with you. Discord is used for a lot of things, but that's what Xbox Party Chat could have been as well, right? They could have turned it into this, but I mean, it is what it is, man. What I'm trying to say here is, man, like I feel like this is the some of the studio closures is because that they're doing bad, they're not selling well, and the games are not being popular. They're not holding people, playing the game for long and shit like that. But I do believe that some of this is also because Asha wants to make everything more compact and have a little bit more control over things rather than having these many studios. And like she felt like, okay, maybe I can do this like this. For now, let's focus on what we have and the great things that we have, and that's how we push it forward.
Mm.
Focusing on the good things that we have, and then the little side projects, the extra stuff can come through. But first, we need to make sure that we're solid and we're profitable and that we're running things properly and not just off of passion, you know. Because I mean, you can have a lot of passion in the games that you make, but if the people who play the games are not passionate about your games, it's insane. And that's I'm gonna bring now PlayStation to the conversation because the perfect example is God of War Lofe.
Mm.
Everybody's more hyped for Wolverine than God of War. Like that's no secret. People want to play Wolverine rather than the new God of War. What does PlayStation do? Well, they put God of War as the main game that they have, and that's the game that is getting the Roman Reigns push when everybody wants Wolverine and everybody's despising God of War. So you need to be in tune with what players want. If they want Wolverine, they're not caring too much about God of War. Reevaluate the situation. You have time, maybe to pull back, maybe add something to the game, maybe fix the character to the people's liking. Look at Trek. Trek, recently dropped a trailer. They had to revise the whole character cast and everything because in the first trailer they were heavily criticized. So what they do? They push back. They waited to get their characters right to please the crowd because you're not doing this for you. And the developer is saying, "No, I'm doing this for me because, bro, like, yeah, if you're doing this for yourself, be ready to fail."
Mm.
Don't be crying when nobody wants the game that you want to make that is an unpopular game, a niche type title. If you want to run a business, you need to run a business. So if people are asking you for cupcakes, why are you selling pizza? They're asking you for cupcakes. They want sweets. So don't give me no pizza. Pizza is for
Exactly.
midnight. We want cupcakes. You
Mm.
know what I'm saying? It's basically what it is. So you have anything to say, Beranovich?
And I was just going to say, like, you really made a really good point at the end there that a lot more of these companies do need to listen, like, with their fan base and consumers, because when that does happen, they get a lot of support, a lot more love for the game. When it gets ignored, that's when, a lot of people will go around going, yeah, don't play this game, don't buy from this company. We've seen it with EA, like, a lot of times, you know
Yeah.
what I mean?
Yeah, no, I wouldn't say like I hate when people boycott games and they say like I'm not gonna buy that game because like I might not like some of the games, but Powerballs have a different taste than me in gaming.
Oh, yeah.
And imagine me saying, "No, I don't want no more Age of Empires." That studio should be working on a first-person shooter just because that's what I like. And it's like,
Oh,
okay,
yeah,
but
exactly.
we
It's like
need
Burn, like, I don't
variety
like Command and
still.
Conquer. No one should play this game ever. It's like, it's not for you. It's not for you.
Exactly, but it's
I
like
mean, I love
variety has to
XCOM
exist.
and the franchise for XCOM, which is an EA game at the end of the day, and I'm excited for Star Wars Zero Company that's coming out this year. And not everybody is either a Star Wars fan or likes turn-based tactical shooter or tactical tactics games. I don't know what I was trying to say there,
Mhm.
but at the same time, it's not for everybody. But they're phenomenal games, and
Hmm.
you can say, "Hey, this is a good game." Like I don't like Elden Ring, but that's not me saying Elden Ring is a bad game.
Yeah, people
Oh,
get
It's
yeah,
just
twisted.
not
exactly.
for me because I don't like Souls likes. The
Yeah.
only closest thing to a Souls like that I'll even try and enjoy is the Armored Core series. I love Armored
Hmm.
Core, but I
Yeah,
like the
but that's like a
customizability
Souls
between the
but with a
different mechs.
twist. Yeah.
Oh,
Exactly.
Look, and when it comes to the genres and all that stuff, like it is different. Everybody has their own taste. So this game, for example, that you see here on screen, I can't pronounce the name, but it was one of the demos that I tried from the Steam Next Fest, and I thought it was gonna be a hack and slash, but it ended up being a Souls like with hack and slash mechanics. So the combat is not like Souls heavy, but it's more hack and slash. But you do get the checkpoint, right? In which you
hmm.
die, you get back to the checkpoint. Every enemy respawn. That's classic Souls gameplay right there. And it's one of the things. Like, okay, it looks cool and everything, but my God, this game is gonna be $70, bro. And look at it. It doesn't look like a $70 game to me. I mean, I'm just saying GTA is coming, Call of Duty is coming, all these games with like $70 price tags and look way better than this. I'm not saying I don't like this type of game. In fact, I actually
Oh,
enjoy
yeah, but
it.
it's more of a case of if I've got $70 to spend, do I go for like one of the bigger titles or do we just go for this other game?
Exactly.
Everyone's going to go for the ones they know.
Exactly, and that's the problem. We are seeing a overly saturated gaming market. That I don't know if you've seen the newest update on Steam, but now you get a calendar on where the games are releasing, and it's insane. It's like, okay,
Mm.
hold on, wait a minute, and not only games that are $50. $30, $70, but there's also free to play games.
Mm.
Okay, free to play games that are so easy to download and get lost into it. I give you a perfect example. The Seven Deadly Sins game just came out. It's a free to play game. We got also Wu Chang. Not Wu Chang. What is
That was it. The monkey is at Wukong.
Man, what the fuck is the?
You mean Wulong?
No, the
Or-
gacha game. The gacha game that has the cyberpunk collaboration. Oh my god, I forgot the name. I
I
played
can't
that.
think of it.
Well, that
Wuthering
one has
Waves?
a
No.
Woo something.
I can't think of it right now.
Yeah, but it's super popular. It's free to play, and now I have a collaboration with an extremely popular IP like Cyberpunk, and it's just like it's out there. It's free to play, and it's taking up a lot of time from gamers that you get something for free, and then you got somebody else charging you $70 for a game that doesn't even look like a $70 game, and it's like, bro, like what the hell? What the hell am I even doing? This is like going to a restaurant and and paying, I don't know, $50 for a steak, but then you go to another restaurant and then the steak is $30 and it's better. And it's like, this doesn't make any sense. What am I doing? Just because it have a little bit of gold on top or somebody came and cut it real fancy or something. Now it's worth like, $50 when somewhere else I could just pay $25 for a steak. So that's something that
And let's not forget that also
has to
most of
realize.
those gotcha games are also free to play. And they make all
Yeah.
their money through microtransactions.
And look, free to play took over. There's no stopping it. And I know a lot of people don't like it, but it is what it is. That's
You
an
know
option
what?
for people who don't have the money.
I've said something similar with, like a lot of the remakes that have come out. I've told everyone just go and emulate the original.
There you go. We also got Dave Reezy in the building. Welcome, fam. How you doing? Glad to have you here. It's been a long time. What's going on?
I'm doing good. Can you hear me okay?
Yeah, you're coming through good, mate.
Okay. I don't got a shitty mic. So not no more. How y'all doing? Power Boss, demo, chat.
Always good. Always
Thanks,
good.
bro.
Nice to hear you again.
Yes, sir.
Fantastic. Fantastic. I'm here to stir the pot a little bit more again. I'm kind of harking back on
When don't
exclusives again.
Oh, shit. Hey, okay, exclusive.
Yeah.
Let's talk about it. What's up?
Yeah, like what I don't understand is like what I mentioned earlier is that people keep talking about how Xbox wants to be like PlayStation and everything like that, but Microsoft implemented a lot of things that we use today in console gaming, not PC per se. But my thing is this, like I think it is a good thing to, at least have something unique to your service, where people would look at that and say, hey, I can't get that anywhere else. So why not? You know what I mean? It's like me saying, me lending out my girlfriend and saying, here, you can have her pass, I'm passing her around to everybody else. She's not exclusive. She can, you can have her. What does that make me, a pimp? That makes me a pimp, right?
Yeah, bro.
because
Like, your
because
girlfriend's not a video
I'm
game, bro.
I mean, but still, it's like all companies does that. All companies do that. All companies gotta have something that's unique to their service or their brand. You know what I mean? PCs, consoles are not PCs. PCs, they're more open, and even they have things. They have games and services that you can't get on consoles. You know what I mean? So for us to say, well, everything should be, all games should be everywhere, then why aren't all the PC games everywhere? I mean, that's what I don't get. Consoles are closed ecosystems.
I'm going to push back one part of that, Daisy. A lot of games on PC wouldn't translate well to console. Not all of them, but there is a lot. Now, games like World of Warcraft has on PC controller support officially. But the devs themselves at Blizzard have specifically stated they have no plans, at least currently, to bring it to console or anytime soon to console. Now, is that to say that it'll never come to console? No, but it's just not being worked on as of right now. And they've got their hands full with World of Warcraft constantly anyway. Now, when it comes to other titles like was mentioned earlier, Age of Empires, that's been on console for ages. StarCraft was on the N64, if you remember.
Yep.
So it's not to say that
StarCraft.
these games can't come to console. We advocate games to be everywhere. Get more games for the gamers. If you limit yourself to one platform, if you play only in one place, you are limiting yourself as a gamer. Okay.
Well, what about the casual player that isn't trying to limit themselves but can't afford to be able to?
Now that's a different story, because that's why we say, okay, PlayStation has damn near since the PS4 generation perfected third-person over-the-shoulder cinematics in their games, and they make those games phenomenally well in most cases. But that's all that they've been doing. That's all that they've been known for almost the entirety of the PS4 and PS5 generation.
Yes, sir.
They have one or two smatterings of games. Look at Astrobot, it was a platformer. They had, what was the other one? The, Returnal and Sorrows, the Bullet Hell. So they do make other games, but they're story-driven, heavy narrative games that have 40 hours of gameplay. Square Enix is doing that. Third parties are doing that with Resident Evil. The PlayStation first-party studios aren't delivering that. And then when you have Xbox, they have genres all across the board. Sure, not every title is going to be a massive hit.
I was just going to say that I know you mentioned about PlayStation, having like the over-the-shoulder and like copy and paste type games, but Xbox has all variety.
Yeah,
but
and
keep going.
And also, I wanted to say Xbox has something that is very unique to them, which is Game Pass. That already went down in price. It's not $30 anymore. It's back again to being good. They have an amazing lineup of games that are coming to Game Pass. They won this year, and people still choose not to do it.
On the note of Game Pass, though, Demo, I wanted to actually get your take, and Davies and Barano here. We know that this year's Call of Duty is not going to be in Game Pass for a year. Okay, it's just not coming day one. Do you feel, with what everybody's been spouting off about, that day one is going away, and if it'll come later, like Call of Duty is?
No, I don't think it's gone away. I think it's possible to have both. You know what I mean? Because day one is unique to the service, and also
it would just be PlayStation Plus at worse value at that point.
Yeah. So people would probably look at that and say, well, if you're playing even on Nintendo, if the service is on Nintendo as well, let's add them in. They'll probably look at that and say, well, why aren't we getting, this type of treatment? They could look at that. But yeah, that is unique to Xbox and Game Pass. But I think it's possible to have both. You don't have to, well, if it's sustainable, I guess. But I don't know.
I think having both is what is going to make it sustainable. And I'll tell you why.
It's sustainable because, like I said, we know that they spend between $1 to $2 billion a year for upkeep, maintenance, and putting in new titles, and they make between $4 to $6 billion back. So
that's what I was going to say. They making that money. Yeah.
So Game Pass itself is sustainable, and I'm just wondering at what point does Xbox, if they decide to make further changes, draw the line between day one games, coming games later. The only good thing that still hasn't changed that we know of is that first party outside of licensing deals like music and soundtracks and things like that, day one or Xbox first party never leaves Game Pass service. And
I mean,
that's
well,
really a good attraction. If it's on the service, it's going to stay there
yeah,
if it's first party. Period.
right,
Yeah.
right.
I
I
I
mean,
don't want day one to go. If that goes, that'll be a really, really, really bad move. And look, I'm saying because look, we all benefited from it. Even the people who are saying that they don't like day one Game Pass and that they rather have exclusives, they own Game Pass right now. The reason I already said it earlier, you paying for Game Pass anyways. So you might as well get the better tier with the day one and get something out of it. Because I mean, you stop paying for online on console. So what I'm trying to say here is, man, I feel like, and I did made a video about this, that Xbox should have gone and do both. Listen to your people again. Listen to
yes,
the gamers.
exactly.
Your gamers, your core gamers are asking you for exclusive ponies, and Sony PlayStation fans that had nothing to do with Xbox, they asking you for exclusive stupidly. Because I mean, if you don't have to spend another $600 to buy another console, and you can wait for your games for an extra year or something, you get to play it. That's a good deal to me. But you know, they kind of I don't know, like brain dead, I would say, and they're asking for exclusives so that now they don't get to play Gears and they have to go out and buy an Xbox, which we know they won't do. For the most part,
or
these motherfuckers don't even
or
play games like that. That's
or
just a
you don't
reality.
see that's the thing with Xbox is that is to me is a win-win situation. You know, they're not just um locking it down just to the console only. It's a console exclusive. Yes, it's not going to PlayStation, it's not going to Nintendo, but they also have the PC service as well. So it's a win-win. You know, you don't want to get an Xbox, but you're still going to end up in the Xbox ecosystem. Uh,
Exactly. And that's the
so
Xbox plan.
they're
Like,
still getting money hand over regardless.
supposedly these guys all have PCs. Like according to all these Sony PlayStation fans, they all have PCs, bro. And if you go by what they
Hmm.
say, like what are you complaining about, bro? You can, like, even if Gears is exclusive to the Xbox console, it's still in the neutral place of PC that you can access to. Not only that, if you feel like you really can miss out, like get your damn Fire Stick, bro. Download the Xbox app and play on the cloud.
Yeah,
Like,
true.
bro, god damn it, man. Like, this is so retarded. I'm sorry that I said that word, but there's no other word. And it's like, oh, I want shit to be exclusive. There is no shit that is exclusive anymore, bro. Like,
No, no, there's
even
not.
PlayStation now, like, and let's get into the topic. You got Nishino, which is the CEO, telling you we're going case by case basis. If we see the shoe fit, we'll put it on PC because we're trying to maximize our profits. And you got Jason Schreier coming out here with his crazy ass telling you he's wrong and I'm right because I'm a journalist and I kiss
Mm.
on the PlayStation booty chicks. Like, Papi, understand that this is the boss. The the boss. Like, Papi, a Bowser. Like, listen, like, there is no discussion. It's the boss. It's gonna do whatever the fuck you want. You guys ain't shit. The media ain't shit. IGN ain't shit. I'm sorry that I'm being like this, but it's the truth. Get it together and
Yeah.
stop lying to yourself. Start getting your feelings hurt because it's your fault that your feelings are getting hurt, and they will be hurt when the games start dropping anywhere that Sony PlayStation pleases. The same thing goes with Xbox. I do not trust Xbox. I do not trust Nintendo. I don't trust myself, bro. Listen, Papi, they're trying to make money and they're gonna do whatever it takes to make money. The minute that everybody understands that is when you stop being fanboys and you start enjoying the hobby in a much healthier way. I promise you, bro, it doesn't matter that other people play Gears. In fact, I would love for more people to play Gears so that the multiplayer can stay healthy and I can play all year long, no problem, looking and fighting for the same people all over the game. Like, you want people to have access to the game. And I know it sounds like, oh, Demo, you're talking about Kumbaya. I'm talking about gamers here, bro. I'm talking about console wars. I'm looking at the perspective of a gamer that have friends in other platforms that I could be playing Gears with, but I won't because it's exclusive. The same thing goes the other way. Look at
And
Hell
you know what's even wilder, Demo, is by that same logic. Okay, everybody's saying we want exclusives. Okay, them putting up a petition for releasing Gears E-Day on PlayStation, which it's never going to happen now, which I find the funniest thing ridiculous. But they want to use trailer views as trying to console war fodder.
Yeah, to see what game is more
look
popular.
at Marathon and look at Concord. Look at Concord and how many views that trailer had and how many people bought that game. Then you look at a game like
Spyro. That game made more money on YouTube.
Realm Beyond. And that trailer alone had almost more views in itself at, I think it's at 16.5 million right now. More than all the views of every single game at the PlayStation Showcase combined by itself.
Insane.
It doesn't matter if the game is good. It doesn't matter if the game is enticing. It doesn't matter what the journals rated as for meta. What matters is it your type of game? Will you, as the player, enjoy it? If it has good gameplay, all the better. If it has a good story, all the better. If it has good graphics or art style, that's good.
All it matters is how you like it. All it matters is how you like it. You're gonna
and
play.
That's the reason why people will buy it. Now, for a live service game like Concord and Marathon, you live and die by your multiplayer. And in the case of both of those games, they were literally always online multiplayer arenas where they live and die by those player retention numbers. So, of course, you're going to want to have that good gameplay. You're going to want to have that good story. Well, they don't have single player mode. Well, Marathon, I think, is coming with a single player mode sometime soon. But then you have, games that need a retention factor. And right now, those games aren't doing it. And I've always said, when Concord came out, I thought it was going to be a bad game. Not to say that I wanted the game to fail, because I came up with things, I don't remember now what they are, about how to fix Concord. I did the same thing with High Guard when that released, and I did the same thing with Marathon, and Demo enjoys Marathon.
Yeah, I actually like Marathon, yeah.
And I can wholeheartedly say that while I want no game to fail, I can say with confidence, not 100% certainty, but I can say with confidence that playing games similar, playing games like it in the same vein, whether it's a first-person shooter, whether it's an RTS, whether it's an RPG, if the game is going to be bad, I will say it's going to be bad. I will call it down the middle, and I will be able to say exactly what I think is the problem with the game. I loved Avowed when it came out. But at the same time, when Avowed came out, I enjoyed it for what it was. The combat is excellent for an RPG. Literally, the only thing that comes close to it is probably Skyrim, to be honest. And that's for a reason. Now, when it comes to the story and lore of the game, if you have not played Pillars of Eternity 1 and 2, if you have not played any of the games in a similar vein that they Divinity Original Sin, then if you don't read the books and the lore that is smattered throughout the entirety of the game, you are going to absolutely 100% enjoy Avowed less, because you are not getting the full experience of the lore and everything that goes in the world building and everything that game and why it was made popular and why that game was good, bad, or indifferent to a lot of the gamers. Now, did it sell gangbusters? No. But at the same time, that game is worth the play, in my opinion.
Could I just say something like that quick?
Yep.
Oh, thanks. The thing is, like, you've got every right to say, I think this game's going to be good or bad, and you can like play the game, keep to your opinion, or change it. Everyone's got the right to do that, and you can happily disagree with someone of like, oh, I think it's a good game. No, I think it's bad. That's fine. You're allowed to say that, and you should have the right to say it. I just hate all this stuff where it's like people who just like defend it to the death of it, and it's like, why are you going so hard on it?
Mm-hmm. I agree.
Well, I
and
used
it's
to argue with
because
all the
And
Last of Us 2 fans. That was
is
just crazy.
absolutely the point, because you can have disagreements and still have a civil conversation. And the thing that I like to point out more than anything, people know me. Okay, if I say a game is bad, I'm not going to say the game is bad for the sake of saying the game is bad or saying why the game is going to fail. But I will go into detail. Like, I'm a huge Final Fantasy fan. Demo knows this, and he's playing through. He just
Rebirth.
He's in Rebirth now, and I have almost literally every Final Fantasy game ever made. And at the same time, I despise what Remake and Rebirth did, and I love Final Fantasy VII original. And it's not because the story is bad. I hate that what they changed in the story, because there's like 7 to 9 significant changes of the background story about what's going on, because they're making the whole multiverses thing come into play that was never a part of the original game.
Yeah.
And they're changing so many things and adding so many things, and the game is just fundamentally bloated with side quests.
You know what? I feel your pain because I'm a Fallout fan, and I know what it's like to hate your own stuff.
76.
Well,
I have the
76
Tricentennial Edition.
Listen,
I have the
76
They should have been
Tricentennial
working
Edition.
on Destiny 3.
Try 76 now, bro.
That's all I
That's
gotta
all I
say.
gotta say. 76 now is a way better game than it was at launch. Like,
Oh yeah, 76 now. They're really
150%.
good
It's
things.
nice,
But for
it's
me,
fun.
it's like the show. I'm for.
It's fun,
That's they hate them.
yeah, but people hate it. I know what people I know why people hate it, and it's the same. It's the same reason people wanted another Fallout, and they got 76, a live service game. They wanted another single player game. You feel me? Even though I
And the
do
thing as well, like if you
enjoy-
said to me you like the show, I wouldn't say like you're wrong for liking it. I'd say that if you like it, you like it. I just don't.
right,
You know what I mean? I'd never argue with you because you don't like what or share my opinion.
right, and that's fair. But the internet is not fair.
We're
yeah, no,
not
people
gonna
take it
cast
too
you out
far.
because you don't like it, demo. Because you like it, demo. We're not gonna cast you out. But I
no,
still
like,
think they should have been working on Destiny 3.
listen,
That's
there's
just
a
my
lot of
opinion.
Listen, I'm a gamer that operates on mood. Like, it depends on how I feel. Sometimes I want to play something chill. Sometimes I want to sweat online. Sometimes I want to do something tactical. Sometimes I just want to explore. It just depends, which is why, like, I'm super open-minded to try new games that I never tried before and give it a shot. And that's one of the things that makes me, different. Some other people stick to what they like, and that's fine. I could do that too. But I actually like to explore, and that's why I feel like Game Pass is like one of the best things in gaming, because it showed me that it's not just about like shooting people and getting good at playing an online game. It also showed me that discovery, when it comes to gaming, could be fun. So I'm in a different trance right now because I'm older. I'm, going through a different period of my life. I'm a dad, newly dad, so everything hits different now. But man, it's an insane conversation that we're having. But I just wanted to point out here because I know that a lot of people got it twisted, but we had to share the screen to show you just new thing confirmed by Activision that the Black Ops 1 and Black Ops 2 on PlayStation 4 and PlayStation 5 are not remasters. They're just ports and will have no additional updates. The games are coming to modern day PlayStation though, and that should mean brand new servers with no hackers for a bit. He added his own little sauce. I don't believe this for a second. Call of Duty is infected by hackers on console as well. So don't let anybody tell you that cheaters are only on PC. That's bullshit. There's a lot of people cheating on consoles, if not more. You know what I'm saying? If not,
more.
at
least he said in quotes for a bit.
For a bit,
meaning it's going to happen.
I was going to say, because you brought up Black Ops. Do you know what today is?
John throws it out and say, "Get that piece of shit of the panel." That's for you, there.
Oh no, no, no! No, it was just because you said Black Ops. You know, Black Ops 2, Cordis D with Menendez.
Right.
That's the day.
Yeah, like they were running around saying that Xbox were being excluded and they were not getting a remaster. How pitiful from Xbox.
Meanwhile, on Game Pass, we have these already playable
They
and have had for years playable on Xbox Game Pass.
Oh yeah,
look
Game
not
Pass
Yeah,
is
that's
better
what
not
I'm
than
on Game
surprised
Pass.
PlayStation.
about this post is because I thought it was already on PlayStation on you could play it. It was back compat
This
already.
is this
So
is
I
how we
don't
play. Don't
No,
understand
worry.
because
the
Black
difference.
Ops 1 and 2 were PS3 games.
Look,
And we know the
Black.
problems that the PlayStation has with PS3 games.
Look, that's all we had to do. I have it. I've been playing this shit for a while. Black Ops 2, just a 360, plug in and play. That's it.
Mm.
And that's one of the reasons why Xbox, is amazing, but people don't want to talk about it. They totally ignore it.
Oh, do you
And
know what? Like, I'm a
it's crazy.
PlayStation player, but Xbox Game Pass is way better because do you know if you want to play like an old game on PlayStation, you don't go for like a pass thing and play it. You've got to stream the game.
Yeah, you don't play natively.
Yeah,
Really?
and if you have a bad internet connection, it'll force close. So if you haven't saved, good luck.
Yeah, it's insane, fam. Like,
That's a lot of stuff people don't talk about though.
and
It's crazy.
a lot of
Mm.
stuff that people don't know, like the
And they
misinformation.
don't
You can
know,
see
yeah.
with Call of Duty that Xbox wasn't able to play Call of Duty, and we're not getting the games. It's like insane because we've been playing retro compatible games for a while. In fact, the only place in which you can play every fucking GTA is on Xbox. Like when
Mm.
this one releases, if you want to complete the whole
And
saga,
every Final Fantasy, too.
every Final Fantasy as well, and most of them are on Game Pass. Most of the classic
X-
remakes.
Xbox plays more Final Fantasy games than PlayStation does currently.
Yeah.
And it's like, look,
I know
it
it's
goes
third
to
party,
show,
but that's still neither here nor there.
it goes to show that is the media bias in combination with Xbox fuck ups, as well, because they made mistakes that make the whole situation worse than it actually is. Now Asha is here to fix it. How's she gonna fix it? I don't know. One thing is for sure, she's bringing a structure, she's bringing intent, and she looks like she know what she's doing. You know, like I don't disagree with the things that had to be let go at all. And those are games that I like because I like South of Midnight. God damn it, I live in the South Power Boss here. Like we love the culture here. We thought it was a very, very beautiful game and cultural game, but we understand that it doesn't seem like $100 million game, you know. And we have other games like Killing and Senua and Hellplay, all of that not being super popular, being niche, and we understand why, from a business point of view, these teams are being let go. Now, that doesn't mean that Xbox is perfect. And we're not saying that here. They definitely got work to do, a lot of fucking work to do, especially at the Windows Store. They want to have a good presence on PC. Well, fix that bullshit Windows Store that you have right now, because I mean, just because you add an Xbox mode to it doesn't make it good. You need to bring games, and this is the
And
part that
fix
people
the
hate.
Xbox app too on
Yeah,
phone.
exactly, bro. The Xbox app, bro. Remember Xbox Glass?
Yeah.
That
Oh
was
yeah.
like, why don't we have that no more, bro? What the fuck?
Sad that the phone app seems to work better than the PC app.
Bro, the PC app, downloading games takes a while.
Aside from that,
And if you go to the store, because my main issue is not with how the store, how the thing works, mainly like what you can find in the store. It's like there's a lack of games, current games that are releasing everywhere. They are not there. So Asha and everybody out there in the literature, they need to go ahead and be like, okay, on PC, we're competing with Steam and Epic. Look, Epic just received an update to the store. Steam just received an update to the store. They pushing hard. They innovating. They trying to bring new stuff. Like now on Steam, like I was saying earlier, you have a calendar that you can see all the, Xbox have this too. But We need to see the games. We need to see win rows on the Windows Store. We need to see all these games that are coming out and are super popular on Steam, bringing over here. We need to see the what is it, the new anime game that just came out, NFT, whatever, Neverness to Everness. We need to see it in there. We need to see Tarkov, Escape from Tarkov. We need to see all these games that are super popular on PC to come over here so they can compete. And they doing great with Xbox Play Anywhere, which is like my main reason why I even go to that store and Game Pass. But other than that, when you go to Steam, when you go to Epic, like they have a better proposal. And as a consumer, like where are you gonna buy your games? If they're really trying to make money and they're really about that life, what they should do is to fix that store, continue to upgrade the Xbox console, the series, continue to add quality of life stuff, like allow people to. Why don't you allow people to use the operating system that they want? Maybe they want the older blade from system from the Xbox 360. Add that shit there. Like maybe they want to go back to the Xbox One interface. That was amazing, in my opinion. Like, maybe you can go ahead and do that too. Allow people to
I think the
have
only
flexibility.
problem with that demo is storage constraints, honestly. Yeah, but you see games like Call of Duty that are what 300-400 gigs right now, and it takes the majority of your hard drive unless you have the bigger hard drive or expanded externals and things like that. So as much as that would be a cool feature to have, and me personally, I would like it too. People want the blades back. Some people would like to go back to the original Xbox. Some people even like the Xbox One interface.
I'm
I don't know who, but
I'm glad you brought that up because Sony PlayStation.
oh my God,
has a
I just
new
saw this.
magical SSD. My God,
Jesus Christ, this thing.
Oh hell no!
$1,000, bro. To put it into perspective, I had to like retweet this, and I
That
said,
can't be real.
with my whack ass British accent, fake British accent. that,
Unfortunately, it is real.
Look at this. Look at this shit. This is an MSI 5080 240 hertz OLED screen laptop. Amazing. $2,400 worth less than an SSD. And we got this nice 5070 Ti build for $1,000 less, pretty much. Oh my God. They are taking the piss, man. We need to make a segment called They Taking the Piss.
I just want
they're
to
taking the
point out
piss.
two things. I just want to point out two things. One, the Sony PlayStation is only the 2 terabyte, or excuse me, 8 terabyte SSD for optimizing on the PS5 specifically. I don't know if you can use that SanDisk Optimus GX Pro NVMe anywhere else other than the PlayStation 5 Pro. It looks like it's only for the PlayStation 5 Pro, but that's besides the point. But
I mean, external
for
storage.
$3,000, okay, you're also getting less for that 1 terabyte model, which is a laptop, by the way. And then the desktop is even cheaper than the laptop and offers 2 terabytes for better specs across the board too. So let's not forget that. I mean, like, goddamn, like, what are we doing, Sony? Come on.
Do you know what, as well? It's worse to troubleshoot problems on a laptop than PC. There's something about them that they won't do it.
All I know, bro, is like these things when they're brand new, they work pretty good. Like that shit is like when it's like 2-3 years old, maybe, or some shit like that. But even then, bro, like there's places out here that fix the PCs, laptops, all of that. Like it's not a big deal. You can replace parts too. It's not like as hard as people make it out to be. But yeah, man, this is insane. What do you guys chat? How
For
do you feel about this
$3,000,
SSD?
I can pay my rent for 4 months.
Bro, shit, what do you leave to it? I can go there.
3 months for me.
That's a month and whatever for me. That's crazy. To put it into perspective, you can basically buy a new car. I mean, not a new car, but a decent car.
You could get a Warhammer army with that money.
That's crazy. That's crazy, man. That's crazy. Yeah, I could.
I will say for that price right there, you can get yourself a top of the line PC with damn near the latest and greatest of everything except for maybe the video card. And for that, you can get a 9070 XTX, which is the highest NVIDIA AMD graphics card. I'm not going to even touch NVIDIA's side because their prices are astronomical. You could probably get their 40 and 50 series for literally that same price alone. But then you're looking at, okay, you have so many slots on a motherboard that if you need or want more storage on top of the probably 2 terabyte SSD that you would get internally with it, you have expansion space that you can get God knows how many of those over time. And if you're like me, this is an 8 terabyte SSD or HDD, excuse me. It's an older cloud drive. You know how much I paid for this? Probably $350 for 8 terabytes.
Okay, so let's move on to a more spicy topic.
Yes, let's.
We have some people that they say that they could fix Xbox. I want to with you guys, just see how you react to Greg Miller trying to try to fix Xbox in his own way. And I want you to watch this and let me know in the comments what the fuck is going on. Hold on, let me go ahead and find it. What the fuck is it?
Go ahead. While you play the video, I'll mute so it doesn't echo.
Yeah, you're good. You're good. You're good. No problem. Let's see. What is this? Ah, here it is. Okay. Let me go ahead and share my screen and show you guys what the media has been saying about Xbox, man.
Full of Xbox. We would walk into Satya Nadella and be like, we're not getting rid of any of these fucking studios. What we're doing is stopping fucking hardware. You fucked up the world. You fucked up the entire industry by wanting to go after this AI shit, and now no one can buy components. So it doesn't matter if I get Gears as an exclusive as an Xbox. You can't buy a new Xbox because it's too fucking expensive. We can't make new Xboxes because the components are too expensive. The thing that would be the shot in the fucking arm right now would be, hey, we have a brand new spanking console called Helix. That motherfucker's too expensive. So Satya Nadella, eat a big bag of shit, you son of a bitch. You fucked this into the ground. So now we're going to save the Xbox brand the only way we know how, and that's appealing to the gamers. That's keeping all of these studios, letting them make cool art, and we're going to fucking publish it everywhere. Why the fuck are we talking about exclusives right now? What goddamn reality are you living in right now, Xbox leadership, that we're thinking exclusives are what's going to bring people back to this platform? Get out of the fucking hardware. Double Fine. We need an awesome, fun game in 9 months to put on Game Pass. I'm going over and I'm saying, Outer Worlds devs, you're making Fallout New Vegas 2. Those kids who made the fucking Fallout London mod, I'm giving them money and we're fucking making a thing out of that too. Like, I'm here right now and I'm talking to Satya Nadella while he's this giant fucking bag of shit because fuck this guy. You are not going anywhere with this brand if we don't have a vision for what it is. I don't know how you cannot look at the failure of the announcement and generation that was the Xbox One and not go, we will never do that again. We will never step foot on a stage and not have a message we believe in. Nobody believes in any of this except the fucking money. I hope all these studios can get out and go have successful lives, and that's not possible, and I hate that.
So I just want to say one quick thing about this whole statement, okay? He is only half wrong.
Yeah.
Okay, he is right about Satya Nadella. We all know this.
We all know this.
But at the same time, he's also not wrong about the Xboxes. Asha herself said, hey, we can't meet the demand and supply. So he's not wrong about that. But then when you turn around, okay, and you look at the industry as a whole, not just Xbox, but PlayStation is having the same troubles, Nintendo's having the same troubles, all the consoles across the board are having the same troubles. Why is he not pushing for PlayStation to keep their games going multi-platform?
Right. That's it right
Goes
there.
both ways.
That's right there.
Now, do I think he's wrong? Partially.
I mean,
but
listen,
He's a
I'll be
douche
back
canoe,
into
but
him,
that's
just
because I
gonna
Out
love
say
of
you.
the times
That's
that
fine,
I
Darna.
he- that I seen Xbox do shit, this is the time that they're the most clear ever, dude. We literally had Acha Charma on stage and the past Xbox showcase telling you this shit ain't going nowhere, and they still don't understand. They don't want Xbox to have exclusives. They don't want Xbox to sell consoles. They want Xbox to fucking just leave and leave them alone. That's it.
Oh,
That's what they
let's not
want.
forget
You
that
know
when it
what
was
I got
first
out
mentioned
of
about Xbox exclusives, that everybody was saying, yeah,
Mhm.
go ahead, let Xbox compete. So they went ahead and did it. They had the petition and the player voice online. Everybody was on board with it, including the PlayStation fanboys. Hey,
Yep.
let them compete. Let them see what they can do. So
Yep.
they announced the first 2 games that are going to be in part of this wave. She said that everything that is in contract already is not going to change. So Fable's still going, Halo's still going, and God knows how many other games are still going. If the games haven't shown the PS logo, then don't hold your breath. It may be a timed exclusive. It may never go, but this is only the start.
What's also really funny is the way that he want to run Xbox. He want to run Xbox like Phil Spencer and be like, "Hey, everybody, here's 100 million. Make whatever the fuck you
Sorry, I'm
want,
back
even if
now.
it sucks." Like, come on, man, stop it, stop it. How do you
But
guys feel
yeah,
about this?
they're literally
Beranovich
wanting it to be more like PlayStation than Xbox, and it's honestly tiring and pissing me off at this point because what makes the brands different is what makes them both good.
Exactly.
And in my opinion, Xbox is just better for what they offer, which is unfortunate because I have long since had PlayStations. I've got every single one of them over the years. The only one I didn't own was a PS1, but I had PS1 games, and then I eventually got a PS2, and my PS2 was able to play backwards compatible. I have a backwards compatible PS3, so I can still play all those games.
Yeah. What about you, Beranovich? How do you feel, man?
How do we save Xbox? Um, if it were me, I go about it in a way of like getting to know what the customers want. For example, if like hey, we're gonna make a new Halo game. What's something that people are after? Take the feedback and go, okay, we'll see what we can do. The other big thing as well, I would try to lower the prices and match it with like other retailers and sellers. That way, I'm not saying match them beat for beat, but have it on a same price level where it's not like, oh, on Steam it's $40, but on the store it's 80.
All right, but what about you, Dave Reese, man? How do you like? What do you think about what Greg Miller had to say?
So what I got out of that whole thing is he said everything and nothing at the same time. He doesn't. It just doesn't make any sense. I mean, I would agree with what one of the things that he said about Satya Nadella, uh, but that's what a lot of people have been saying about him. Get him out of there because he to me it seems like all he is a money guy and all you see is dollar signs. You got to learn to read. What I think is you got to learn to read the room and listen to your customers and know what they want and know what they prefer. And a lot of what you guys said I agree with also pretty much.
I
But
will point this out, Dave Reese, that Satya Nadella is the head of Microsoft. He is not the head of Xbox. He is looking at a larger, bigger picture, broader than the scope of games. Sure, he likes games. He tried the Windows Live, which was a massive failure, and he is looking at things beyond the scope of just video games. He's looking at how to improve his software. He's looking at how to improve the Windows operating system. And right now, that's literally going in the toilet for Microsoft. We see the rise of Linux in so many things. We see the rise of Office and Copilot trying to be pushed into everything. Asha's the one out here in charge of Xbox saying, hey, we're not going to be pushing AI in the same way that we have been. We're not going to be putting it in our games. We're going to be using it for the game development, hopefully in the right way. Time will tell. But at the same time, we have to make sure that when they are looking at the larger scope of things, that they're trying to not confuse the two, which a lot of people are saying because of the
Yeah.
way Xbox is owned by Microsoft and the difference between Microsoft and PlayStation, and the way Sony owns PlayStation as a subsidiary, that the things aren't the same. And that's a
You're
big
right.
factor of everything.
There needs to be that separation, and I don't think he understands that. But the people the players and the fans, they know there's a separation, but he doesn't. He's the money guy.
Oh, absolutely. And he's only one person trying to invest based on what his likes are, what his decision is. He can only do so much on his own. The same thing can be said with PlayStation, Sony execs, and the way they bring about things. Like, look at the statement from Nishino recently. We just got his statement about PC ports and multi-platform strategy, single-player strategy, and it's almost word for word exactly what Asha was saying.
There's a little green light.
If you want to make if you're in that position, you want to make the most money, you can.
My bad, my bad. We got MBG talking about what Nichino says, saying Jason Schreier confirms that there is no case-by-case basis when it comes to PlayStation single-player games and exclusivity. Sony single-player first-party games will not be releasing on PC. But that's not what Nichino said. And oh my God, this is like so crazy. And this is my question. Why is Sony PlayStation fans thinking that, Jason Schreier words has more weight than Nichino?
And if you look up on my post on my profile and go to my media, I've got the exact clip from the translation of what was actually said. Oh, there it is right there.
Yep.
So you don't have to go to mine. You have exactly what he said right there.
There you go. There have been reports suggesting that you might reconsider bringing PlayStation 5 titles to PC. Could you share your current thoughts on this, Nichino? We've always determined platform selection based on characteristics of each title. If releasing a title on PC will maximize the gaming experience, we'll continue to consider that option. Our current main policy is that for single-player games developed in-house, we will further refine the value of the gaming experience that PlayStation can offer. At the same time, we believe it is important for live service games to reach a wider audience through online multiplayer. So we continue to view releases on both PlayStation 5 and PC as the standard,
I was going to
regardless
say,
of the
haven't
platform.
PS5 games come to PC?
Regardless of the platform, we'll make decisions based on the principle of delivering the best possible gaming experience that maximizes each title's unique features. So we see it here in the first sentence. We've always determined platform selection based on the characteristics of each title. If releasing a title on PC will maximize the gaming experience, we'll continue to consider that option. Okay? We'll continue if it makes sense. Like sales. Listen, he's talking about the player.
So literally,
experience,
Jason
but
Schreier
reality
is wrong just with that
sales.
first sentence alone.
Yeah, that's it. We don't even need to.
That is
look
case by
further
case
into
right
this shit.
there.
That is case by case. And look, I mean, I don't want to dwell too much on this, but the fact that Sony PlayStation fans believe that Jason Schreier has more power at Sony PlayStation than Nichino is insane. It's bullshit. It's crazy. I can't believe that you guys are doing this shit to yourself. At the end of the day, man, listen, nobody gives a fuck. Like, honestly, no one wants to play God of War Love Fate on PC. Promise you that shit. Nobody wants to play Saddles. I promise you that shit. And if you look back at the sales, it's like, yeah, I mean, you're right. Don't put that shit here. No one cares. Like literally, like the sales are super bad. The same way the Xbox games sold on PlayStation, they didn't sell too well. Like Gears Reloaded didn't sell that well. South of Midnight barely sold anything, And it's just like I don't really get it why they do that to themselves, but like whatever, let them have their wings, whatever they wanna believe. And this is just like nonsense, bro. Fanboy bullshit. Like, come on, man.
Mm.
Stop this. It's not healthy, man. It's not healthy. PlayStation and Xbox, they gonna do what they wanna do. I wouldn't be surprised, and I'm telling you, saying it right here, if eventually Gears E-Day comes to PlayStation. Whether it be 2, 3 years later, they say that they're not gonna do it. They said it before that they're not gonna do something that they ended up doing. Like, why are we believing them like this blindly
Mm.
when we know that this is a corporation that they are here to make money? Don't give in your trust like that. I mean, I get it. I love Xbox too. I like to play their games and shit like that. But it'd be really insane for me to be, oh shit, exclusives are back. They're telling you case by case basis. We understand that. Sony PlayStation fanboys don't. They're blind. They believe that they are on a different page or something, but we are literally like two sides of the same coin.
Mm.
PlayStation and Xbox, they are both gonna put their games where they're pleased because I mean they had to break even, they had to make a profit, they had to sell these games. There is no other explanation. There is no like, oh, I want more people to play. Fuck all of that. They trying to make money, bro. They don't give a fuck about you. They don't give a fuck about me. None of them. That's why I said, like, don't go out there and buy games because you want to support anybody. Buy the games because you want to play. Like, imagine me going to a restaurant. Oh, the restaurant is in danger and they cook so good. Okay, let me have an extra steak that I'm not gonna eat just to support you. Like, the fuck, I can't even eat that. I'm full. You
Mm.
know what I'm saying? Like, it's just like, come on, guys. Like, we need to do better than this. Stop with
So
the.
I want to
Stop
bring
with
up
stuff.
one other clarification point too. People are saying, going back to the Halo announcement for Campaign Evolved, okay, the new one that's coming out later this year. The
Wait, there's a new one?
PlayStation, the Campaign Evolved, yeah, they're remaking the first one again.
Oh, what? I didn't even know.
That's a
What?
horrible name, by the way. It
Agreed.
sounds stupid.
Agreed. But at the
What?
same time, Campaign Evolved
Oh, so they've
The
changed it
Halo.
from
for
combat
Halo.
to campaign.
Yeah. So
Huh.
I want to point this out there, okay? When the Halo from Halo Studios position came out and said future Halo titles are going to be on PlayStation moving forward, that was under Phil now.
Mm.
And that was before exclusives were even a talking point back on the table. So what do you think Asha's going to do now, moving forward with the next Halo?
Listen,
It could very well be exclusive again.
I'm
And
excited for Halo, but we need
it
to talk
does
about
good.
this because it's
Oh,
related to
here we
what Craig
go.
Miller was saying about
Yep,
Satya
let's go.
Nadella being the one responsible for ruining the world with AI. Just so you know, Microsoft is all in AI, but they're not the only fucking ones, bro. Like, get it, don't get it twisted. Everybody out there trying to get a slice of this cake because
Mm.
AI is what's hot, and all the tech companies are chasing after the AI cash cow. And look at this shit right now. Um, Sony has quietly replaced PC with AI in its latest annual reports. PlayStation business description, the move has sparked backlash over the company's future priorities. The updated wording indicates AI is becoming a bigger part of Sony's long-term plans. One internal tool called Mockingbird can turn performance capture data into facial animations in seconds instead of hours. Sony is also exploring other AI projects, including patents for personalized podcasts featuring PlayStation characters. So yeah, I mean, I can't wait to see Yay Body and
Let's also
Persona
not let's
fucking,
also not forget that PlayStation came out with a statement not too long ago saying they are implementing Mockingbird along with other AI tools across every single studio at PlayStation.
Somebody say, I wish they would use AI to make NPCs and enemies smarter. Oh shit. Yeah, man. Listen, they replace one thing with the other one, but that doesn't mean that they're not gonna have a presence on PC. I still believe that they eventually gonna have their own store front on PC. And
Mm.
I do believe that they're gonna do it because it makes sense, like they say, to maximize their profits. And look, you bringing more people together. You're not putting it on Xbox. You already been putting all these games on PC for a long time. Nobody's gonna, oh my God, PlayStation is going third party. None of that shit. Like you're still doing your thing. You just like expanding your ecosystem a little bit because honestly, like it's seriously lacking. Like
Mm.
PlayStation is so close that it's like okay, like I imagine, bro, like if PlayStation had PlayStation Anywhere type shit too. Like how amazing that would be for people, bro. Because I mean, having a PC and a console both is amazing. You can play, like high intensity games on your PC, and then when you want to chill on the couch, you also can like play, a platformer or a story based game in there too
Mm.
with your feet up in the sofa or something. Um, that's all I'm trying to say, bro. Like nobody's gonna hate on PlayStation for doing that. But let me see what the chat is talking about. It's been a while since I've checked on it. And I kind of want to see what the boys are saying and the girls as well. So let me go ahead and check it out. We're gonna start with Miguel Diaz and said the extended version. He said, "That's your problem, Patties. This guy behavior is baffling to me." Yeah. So Greg Miller, he was speaking on Patties. And that's another thing. There's a lot of jealousy when it comes to content creators and what they get. Like the content creators that went to the Xbox Fan Fest or something, they got the Xboxes, and y'all jelly because you didn't get one. Like motherfucker, you should have gone there too. Like this dude took their time, and they took their time to go ahead and assist an event, and they got something as a reward for their effort. Like you didn't do shit. You were in your house. You didn't go nowhere. So you're not gonna get shit. Don't get jealous, don't hate, congratulate that they actually got something in return because y'all been chilling for free. And that's why a lot of you podcasts don't exist anymore because you don't get nothing out of PlayStation. PlayStation ain't gonna give you shit. So honestly, I feel like
Even if
you
he
should have.
I
did
mean,
go, I don't think he would have got anything anyway in the first place. If he's got to, if he's biased like that, and
It
you
don't matter.
crap on the Xbox like that anyway. So I don't think you're gonna get anything.
Bro, that's the thing. Even when you crapped on it, they'll still notice that you're giving valid criticism. You shouldn't be afraid to go ahead and say, "Hey, Xbox, you're fucking up," but, just because I want to be in good terms with it. Like they understand that you gotta say the good and the bad, and that's how they get their feedback.
I
And
mean,
people
if
can
it's
and shout
healthy
out to Chaos
criticism,
Lounge. Shout out to
yeah,
Chaos Lounge because he actually gets more
shout out to
Sony
him.
codes
Yeah,
than most Sony podcasters out there.
facts. And he
And
criticizes Xbox most than most. Shout out to
yep,
him. So
he,
he
he does a
doesn't
lot of
give a
yeah,
shit.
criticism on both sides.
Kissing
and he
ass.
does it in a healthy way.
Yep.
But
Exactly.
if you're just
And
going out spreading rumors and lies and stuff, then
that's another thing. These guys are
yeah,
spreading rumors and lies. They're not going with the facts. They don't take a second
You,
to check. Like
yeah,
they,
you've also got the
yeah,
likes of Mandalore Gaming where he'll get early releases, but he'll be honest in like this is what I like, this is what I don't like.
I mean, if they send you a code to review a game and you didn't like the game, you have to say you didn't like it because they are gonna take your feedback seriously. There's a reason why they give you a copy so that they can fix it or maybe think about like maybe we should have like considered doing this and doing that to the game so that people can enjoy it more. But
Mm.
if you are out here getting flown out and you're saying that everything is beautiful just because you like to take a trip, that's when people have a problem with you, man. You know
Yeah.
what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, the people that went over there, Xbox fell, like they want to reward them, and they did, and that's a beautiful thing. And Sony PlayStation is never ever gonna do that shit. And I hope that I'm wrong, but I don't see him doing anything like that. And people are jealous about it. And I'm like, okay, that's fucking dope, bro. You went out there, hang out with your homies, that you talk through podcasts or some shit. You got something out of it, an Xbox. You already have one. Shout out to 100. His Xbox came with like months of Game Pass, like 3 months, and he gave it away, dude. He was like, shit, like let's give it to the community. That's a beautiful thing. And I do believe that people just like fucking jealous because they ain't shit and they
Oh yeah.
never will be shit. And they never be respected like by Xbox or by pundits or by even fans. So what I'm trying to say is here, bro, like, okay, congratulations, man. I'm so glad that these people got something because of the effort. They also didn't just go there to just like watch the show. They were covering it. There was like a bunch of fucking blogs that they were doing. There was a bunch of fucking content that we got to enjoy. Thanks to them, a lot of information, yada yada. You already know. So whatever, man. These guys are just jealous, man. These guys been chilling for Sony PlayStation for a long time, bro. They don't get codes, but like all you have to do is go online and see and complain. Oh, I never got a code. Like, bro, like you do this to get codes? I thought you were buying your games. I thought you were buying your games. But when it's time to buy the games, bro.
So when it's time to buy the games, when it's time to support the devs and do that shit, motherfuckers disappear.
Yep, motherfuckers disappear because at
Where's
the end
the
of the
support?
day, we buy what they want to buy, and that's just a fact. Listen, I know that some people want to see Xbox fail, and I know this for a fact, and you should know this too. Greg Miller, Colin Moriarty, all these people, Reforge, Drinkus Guy, you know why they want to see Xbox fail? Not because they hate Xbox, but because they hate being wrong. And they've been so wrong for a long time that they throwing shit at the wall to see if it sticks so that they can rub it in your faces. You know what I mean? But I mean, I don't know. Like at the end of the day, if Xbox die, like they wanted to die, then we're gonna be screwed as gamers because there won't be no competition. PlayStation already does whatever the fuck they want. Nintendo, I don't even, whatever. Nintendo is doing whatever they want as well. And look, at least Xbox is keeping PC gaming fed, console gaming fed. They producing games. Like even if the Xbox console is no more, we're still gonna have games that come from Xbox, the IP that we like because they can still continue with their studios. Look at Sega. Sega console died, and today they're more prolific than PlayStation when it comes to releasing games.
Yeah.
Better quality, better games, no console needed. They're doing way better. You know what I mean? And they're
Yeah.
super healthy
That's what I
nowadays.
like about Xbox right now, the state that they're in. They're still able to be in the console business, and at the same time, they're becoming a pretty large publisher of games.
But you know what happened, Reese? The thing is that a lot of Xbox fans, and the same goes to PlayStation and Nintendo, they're fans of the console. Of the console. Man, what is a fucking console with no games?
Oh yeah.
It is fucking nothing. A piece of plastic worth of shit.
So
You know
I
what
got
I'm
a
saying?
question. I got a question for everybody here. Okay, Chad included. When you say that you are a fan of the console, okay, Jules, shout out to you in the chat. You're a PlayStation gamer. She's got a Steam Deck and she plays on PC too, and she's looking at getting herself a desktop in the near future. So moving forward, my point I want to get at is, sure, one game comes out beginning of the generation. Let's say Ratchet and Clank Rift Apart. It's a game that you're excited for, you buy the console for, and it wasn't announced for PC at launch. Okay. If that game is announced for you as a customer for PlayStation, okay, or Halo, Gears, and Forza for Xbox, even though it's taking them 5, 6, 7 years to come out with the next game or tremendous content for that game or that franchise. But then you look at PlayStation and they're saying, okay, we're only going to give you 1 to 2 games that are tentpole a year. Everything else is third party. At what point do you say that console is a failure because they didn't put out enough? At what point do you say, okay, I like this game. I like God of War 2018 and Ragnarok and Ghosts of Yote and Astrobot. Okay, and let's be fair. They have put out a decent number of games. About what, 10 this generation?
Mhm.
At what point do you say it was never worth me getting the console or the Pro console if I upgraded? Do I say there's not enough games to validate my purchase of this console this generation because they didn't put out enough? Because they're already talking about wanting the PS6. Where's all the games for the PS5?
Mm.
How many games at launch were promised for the PS5 that we just never got?
Do you know what? I'm one of them where I've got a PlayStation myself, and
So do I.
I got a PlayStation myself. And the thing is that yeah, I got it because there was one or two exclusives I wanted to play. But even if like Xbox brought out 10 exclusives, I would agree with you. I would regret it a little bit if it was games I really wanted to play, but never really be like upset with the console or my choice. I'd just be like, oh, I missed out a little bit. But I wouldn't like really blame and go, oh, you didn't put out enough games, because that's down to the company. It's just it got like down to me. You know what I mean?
Yeah. But yeah, let me go ahead and see chat, and then we can get the hell out of here. I think we said our piece. But let me see, what the hell is going on. I haven't seen them. We were like reading them, and then we went out of our way. So Lycos45 saying Greg is a female dog. Razor Alton saying I bought 4 terabyte Crucial P3 Plus 3 years ago for $217. Wow, now you get to pay $3,000 for an SSD, man. It's beautiful. Cry baby for real. This rant made me laugh. Greg Miller, what primates? I don't know what the fuck is that to say. Paris was there the whole time. He didn't say anything. Yeah, I get Paris, bro. Why do you have to say with somebody that's like going crazy like that and screaming all
Well,
over
like
and
I
saying
said,
nothing?
only half of his argument was wrong. He was right to direct all of his anger and frustration and his
Towards
direction of
Satya.
his rant against Satya. But at the same time, that makes no difference on the impact of the rest of what he said,
Yeah.
because he's talking then about the studios, which Satya, he only has partial control over. Yeah, he owns the whole company at Microsoft, but that's up to Asha now to make
Yeah.
that determination if the studio's not performing, because she can very easily tell them, hey, change this direction, or yes, I'm going to take Satya's word and cut you, because he's giving
Yeah,
her pretty
exactly.
much free reign at this point. Now that
Razer
may change in the
Ultra.
future, but still.
Razer Ultra with an amazing take here. Would Double Fine, Compulsion, and Ninja Theory will still be in business based off of the success of the recent games if they were independent studios? And you have to, you have to think about it. Like, the games didn't sell that well. It's true they were on Game Pass, but we're seeing like the whole like Game Pass games don't sell narrative is dead. Forza, Oblivion, Starfield, all of these games sold well, and they were on Game Pass. So if a game is good, like it's gonna sell, like regardless of the platform and what it is. So we
I
got
mean, you are taking a risk whenever you make a game. You don't know whether it's going to be successful. You don't know whether
right.
it won't be successful.
Mm.
But
Uh-huh.
I guess they expect a lot from these studios because, well, especially Ninja Theory, and we forget about Ninja Gaiden 4 that came out
Right.
too as well.
Mm.
But certain studios, I guess you expect a certain level of success from them.
Right.
But whenever you make a game, you don't know how well it's going to do.
It all come down not to the game being good or bad. It's the games getting lost in the sauce and not being put out there, and people not knowing that the game exists. Like I yesterday I was trying a bunch of demos on Steam and shit like that, and I started noticing that I was liking some of the RPGs that are coming out, JRPGs. So I was
Mm.
like, you know what? Let me go ahead and watch me a YouTube video about JRPGs that I should play that I haven't, and maybe I discover a new amazing game. And the amount of fucking games that I was seeing that people were talking about that they were amazing, the masterpieces and shit, and I didn't even know it existed. It was wild. And games get lost in the sauce, and they could be amazing.
Oh yeah, there's a
and
ton
you
out
don't
there.
even know that
That's
they
for sure.
exist. Yep. So we got.
And I even told you I have a Xbox 360 game that's JRPG that's not part of the backwards compatibility program.
Oh, which game?
Magna Carta 2.
Magna Carta.
I haven't heard of that one, but
shout out to
It's a small niche game title from a JRPG studio. I'd have to go and get the case and look it up and all this, that, and the other.
oh yeah, no,
That
it's all right.
game is not part of the backwards compatibility, but
Oh.
it's literally the only Xbox 360 game that I own physically that does not have backwards compatibility support. I can't put it in my Xbox One or my Series X console and play it.
Oh.
Same thing
I'd
with
have to get an
Guitar.
emulator on PC. Yep,
Same thing with Guitar
Heroes, yep.
Hero. And I want to point out, I did used to play a lot of wrestling games back in the day, and WWE 2K14 is not one of them that's not back compat either, and
Listen.
that disappoints me.
my homeboy put me on this game yesterday. I didn't know it existed. We were talking about Ninja Theory, and he was telling me about why Ninja Theory doesn't make shit like this anymore. And they had this game with Bandai Namco, and I had to add it to my wish list immediately because I'm gonna be playing this shit. It looks incredible. One of the 360 games. And look, Ninja Theory wasting their time doing unpopular games. But again, this game wasn't popular or nothing. I didn't even know it existed. You know what I'm saying? And it's like good games get lost in the sauce. That's all I gotta say. But both Alpha Wolf, going back to his comment, is important. If exclusives are the way Xbox has to be, shred the FTC agreement and do something exclusive with Call of Duty betas only on Xbox and PC. That will move hardware. Yeah, I mean they should definitely do something about.
That's
something with,
definitely a little
Call of Duty.
considering what the FTC stated in that.
Yeah.
I think we were not going to see that until the 10-year agreement is up, and we're already almost halfway through
Yeah,
the 10 years.
I
So
think that
that's going to be a little iffy.
Xbox, some of these exclusivity issues that they're having is due to the FTC. The FTC sort of scared them a little bit when it comes to doing exclusive content. And as a result, I think they embraced a little bit more than they should this multi-platform approach. It sort of like opened their eyes because they were like doing their arguments to fight off, to make sure that everybody was playing their games and all of that. And I think they, like I said, no pun intended, they got lost in the sauce as well. So we got the art. Kenjo Nexus in the booth. How's it going, man? Good to see you, man. He says Sony's talking like Phil. Yep, they are. They sound like Xbox every time. We got Cage, the cunning linguist.
What I find funny is that they did all that fighting to keep COD and thinking that they were going to lose COD, and they turned around and lost all the other games that they could have had be able to keep. So pretty much the deal is just surrounding them having COD, which I find real funny. So they got the worst end of the stick.
Yep. I agree with you, man. And but a lot of people said the deal was bad for Xbox. I have to disagree. Xbox now owns Activision and Blizzard, and Call of Duty is Titan, and people need to chill. Diablo is hitting hard still. World of Warcraft is being played. Bro, I'm surprised. Sometimes I log in my Xbox or Discord or something, I see people playing World of Warcraft. I'm like, you still play that shit? You know what I'm saying? So it's just like they got heavy hitters. So it wasn't a bad purchase. It was just like extremely expensive, and they definitely like recoup some of the money. That's just how it is.
Sorry, I've just got a bounce, but thank you for having me, guys, and I hope you have a really good day.
Anytime, likewise. We got
absolutely. You have a nice one.
Yeah, we got Archangel Nexus saying someday they could change leadership again, and that new leadership could take it off the table again. The future isn't set with exclusives still. And that's it. Like today is Asha, tomorrow is somebody else, and they come with their own vision. And look, the way that I look at Xbox is like a soccer team, right? Like, I don't know, Real Madrid, one of the Barcelona, one of Manchester, one of these big clubs. And to give you a perfect example, Paris Saint Germain, right, won the Champions League. How did they win the Champions League? They offload to Real Madrid their best player, Mbappe. You know, he was the best player in the team, and they won the biggest championship when he's gone. What does that mean? He was disrupting the environment. He didn't click in the system. He was removed, not because it was being bad, because he didn't fit the system. And that's something that I think Xbox is doing. They more looking at shit like, okay, maybe this doesn't fit the system anymore. We need to move it on so that we can win the championship, basically. That's my analogy in the matter. Anyways, we got little Ray Tito saying, you see, they are putting all Black Ops 1 and 2 to PlayStation. Guess he makes if you want more players. There you go. Halo will be exclusive and have more focus on it. I agree with that, man. I think Halo is going to be good. Halo should have never been on the table. I wish she could pull that one, but as long as the next one is exclusive, it'll be good. I had to disagree with you, man, in that sense. I think
I'm
Halo
fine. I'm
gotta be
fine
the
with
best.
Halo being just on Xbox and PC only. I'm fine with them, including Halo into the PC ecosystem. But as far as going anywhere else, no, I don't really necessarily agree with that.
Yeah.
All quick money isn't
I'm
good
more
money,
of two
always
minds
good
about
money.
it. I'm
Yeah.
more of two minds about it because of the fact that Halo has multiplayer.
Yep.
Like for this one campaign Evolve, it has no multiplayer other than split screen or online co-op for the campaign only. So it's
I
how many
wonder
people on
if it's gonna have
PlayStation are going to play
crossplay. It should
multiplayer?
have crossplay.
Yes, it
Gears
does.
Reloaded. Well, Gears Reloaded had multiplayer, and they didn't
It did.
necessarily showed up for that game. So
And let's face
it's
it, when it comes to Gears Reloaded, as far as the Xbox and Steam community goes, if you had the the Judgment Edition, I think it was, or the Juggernaut Edition, or whatever the Gears was, Ultimate Edition, that they gave those people who owned that copy a free copy of Reloaded. So they didn't have
Yeah, that's
massive
true.
purchases on that game either.
that's
Yeah,
considered.
over
That's
Xbox.
considering that the people they were considering the people that were already on Xbox anyway. They were
Absolutely.
So
And that's
Um,
where I think remakes and remasters moving forward should go, because you're not going to take a Xbox One game and remake and remaster it and expect to still charge
right. Yeah, Xbox
$10
doesn't do the
upgrade.
same. They don't do the same shit that PlayStation does, charging $10 for
Absolutely.
updates, stuff like that. And part of it is because they have more delivery and they
Yeah, I
have
laughed at that too.
and so that's why they don't do it. But cute name Frank. Wow, what an interesting name. I hope you're a real one. I'm yeah, I'm honored. It says, Demo Flow, you crazy. Lao Fei will be game of the year. We had quite the adventure.
Huh?
What are you talking about, man? Shout out to you. Thank you for coming through. We got Archangel Nexus here saying Sony's got a style as long as they can, but at the end of the day, it's going to be based on if they can financially keep a game exclusive, and we know they can. Yeah, we'll see, man. And a cute name
I'm
Frank
going to
Sagan.
put this out there. I want to put this out there real quick. Okay. This October is Ghost of Yote's 1-year anniversary from the game launch. So I'm thinking if they are going to still put games on PC, that's the longest stretch, roughly, before that's going to get its PC release. But they closed down most of the studios, so I don't see that coming.
I
Okay,
don't.
Saros will be the next test.
know. Yeah, you're good, but I don't know. It could still come in 2, 3 years later. Like I said with Gears, now it's exclusive. They're telling you it's exclusive, but you don't know in 5 year time. I mean, by then it'll be
That's absolutely true too.
an old game, but you never know. That's what I say. Like, don't believe these companies when they say this is it. Like, yeah, but my margins and my financials are telling me that I need to do this so that I can
Yes.
continue to keep my lights on. That's a different
Now, in the
story.
case of Wolverine, I want to put this out there. That game has to sell about the same amount as Spider-Man 2 because that still falls under the Marvel contract that we got the leak of in the Insomniac leaks. So they have to either put that on PC to make their money back if they don't break even with just PlayStation like they're supposedly touting off, or they're going to lose the entire Marvel license, which means 2 to 3 games that we know or suspect that they have quote unquote in production, which is the Venom game, the X-Men game, and whatever the next game that they're going to be coming out with, Spider-Man 3 probably. They're not going to get made. They're going to get shut down quick, fast, and in a hurry if that's the case. So
Yeah,
I don't know.
say.
They got to break even somehow.
Yeah, and see that's the problem with PlayStation. They don't really have too much of the PC uh fan base support like Xbox does. If anybody can do the exclusive thing, and let's make the separation too, console exclusive thing. Um,
Yeah.
Xbox can do it because they still have their games on PC, unlike PlayStation does. So by them limiting themselves only to the console, the box itself, um, you're pretty much putting yourself backing yourself in a corner. You're bottlenecking yourself. But if anybody has the means to do it and the money to do it, Xbox does have all that to be able to do so.
Yeah. Um,
Absolutely.
do not buy Wolverine. Support my adventure in LaFay, says a cube named Frank. Shout out to you, bro. We'll be definitely playing, bro. We'll be definitely playing. We'll see. My little cousin has a PlayStation, so I might just go ahead and try it out. I don't know. Sometimes I go there and he makes me play some PlayStation games, and I'm like, oh my god, bro. It's like you need to play The Last of Us. I'm like, okay. I'm like, I'm bored, bro. Can we like play FIFA or some other shit? Like, I mean, there's nothing wrong with those games, but it's just like so heavy on the story, so dramatic. You know how I feel about that shit. But yeah, I've been trying a bunch of demos. I don't know if you've seen. I'm on my Steam page, and I tried this one, and I thought it was really cool, bro. This one is called Dragon Sword Awakening, bro, and it's actually really, really cool. JRPG action based, super cool. Also, my favorite one from last night was Dragon Sword Awakening. I didn't see this one coming. It's Korean or something, but I thought it was beautiful art style, like Zelda like, but the combat was surprisingly deep. I don't know why it's not. It's my Steam store is not hooking it up well, but I thought it was cool. You can use multiple characters at the same time. I don't know how much this one is gonna be, but it's coming in July 22nd in like a month, and I already included in my wish list because I thought it was cool as hell. So that's what I've been doing. I've been playing a bunch of fucking games on Steam, a bunch of demos. Let me go ahead back to my wish list because I added a bunch of them. I had like so many games on my wish list, but whatever. Edge of Memories, I tried it out too, and it was pretty good. Surprisingly too, I didn't think this game was gonna be good or nothing. I didn't think nothing of it. I just downloaded and play. I was like, let me give it a shot based on like what I seen in the trailer. But yeah, beautiful art style and nice combat with a bunch of different mechanics. Like, what the fuck is going on? Like now these games are like so many hack and slash mechanics, like tag team moves and a bunch
It
of stuff
looks
like that. This
very
one looks incredible.
similar to combat mechanics from like Wuthering Waves and Genshin Impact,
But this is more
anime
refined,
style.
though. Yeah, yeah, it's more refined, and the mechanics are really good, man.
Oh,
So
I
really
hope it's more refined.
surprised.
It's a newer game.
And this one was one of my favorite ones too. I hope it has co-op, but this one is called Takeover 2. Has a
That
beautiful
actually
art
looks good.
style.
It's very Streets of Rage 2 nostalgia.
Exactly. It reminds me a little bit of the art style of Hi-Fi Rush. a little bit. And so I thought it was insane. He has some crazy fucking combos, a 257 hit combo, bro. So they doing it big with this one. This was another one that I've been looking forward to play. I love beat 'em ups. It's one of my favorite type games. Um, uh, Bro, there's so many games to play. Look at all the this is supposed to be
That looks
yesterday.
really good. What was that last one you just showed?
Which one?
The beat 'em up.
Takeover 2, the fighting one.
Yeah.
Takeover 2. Takeover 2, this one. Takeover 2. Echo Memories as well. Bro, bro, go ahead and check out Steam Next Fest, man. Yeah, Guardians of the Wild Sky. That one is good too. Shout out to John Tres. That one is cool too. I tried the demo on that one. I don't know if they have it available, but that one is really, really good. So yeah, the JRPGs are really hitting. But for this weekend, my plan is to go back to Crimson Desert and finish it. I'm in like chapter 12 or 13, something like that. And I've been dreading it to go back because I know when I go back, I'm gonna get sucked in. No pun intended. But man, that's the plan. You know, and I wanna continue playing Final Fantasy VII Rebirth. That I love. I know Power Boss is gonna hate me for this, but I've been low in the game. But I do understand why Power Boss hates it. You know, and it's because they made it too big and not as linear as the one as what it reintegrate, and they give you like
Well,
a
no,
open
because
world.
even in the original FF7, it was very linear until you got to the open world, like this is.
Right. Yeah.
And then there's a lot that you can do in any order that you choose to do them.
Right.
So my problem is not with the linear open world aspect of the game. It is very bloated chapter per chapter.
Yeah, the thing is, man, that it is a lot of filler. A lot of this, a lot. It reminds me a lot of something like, I don't know, Far Cry 3.
Speaking of part 3,
you know, towers,
the Steam
to
page
build
is
the
up
map.
already
For what?
for part 3,
Of what?
Final Fantasy Revelations.
Oh, okay.
One of my other PlayStation friends showed me that one of my biggest concerns is in fact coming true. Because remember, I'm not going to say, hey, don't play the game. I don't care if it's The Last of Us. I don't care if it's the new God of War, Wolverine. I'm not going to say don't play the game. If that's your kind of genre, go ahead and play it. But what my major concern with part 3 was that people who bought it on PlayStation, people who bought it on Xbox, people who bought it on Steam, okay, when you look at the new title coming out, if you search it up, it actually tells you that if you have flagged data from the previous games, that you're going to get bonus in-game content for the new one.
Oh man. Okay. Cool.
So
I already got it.
For somebody like me, I bought both Remake and Rebirth on the PlayStation.
Yeah.
So that means I can't switch to the Xbox or the PC version unless I buy both of those games again, because I'm not going to get everything in the experience that I want.
Yeah.
Which is having everything, because I want to be able to have whatever freedom I want. Now the game is looking better.
Yeah. In my case, patience paid off because I waited for the Xbox Play Anywhere version, so I got Reintegrate, and I got even though I seen him on Steam for the cheap, because I seen him on Steam for like $19. You know, Integrate, and now it was like $13. I think it was like $12 on Steam. So go ahead and check it out. But I was like, you know what? I'm gonna pick it up on Xbox because my situation, and I can play back and forth between my room and my Xbox. And it's like, I don't know. I totally recommend you guys to buy Xbox Play Anywhere titles whenever you get the chance on a game that you actually want to play, right? And now I'm gonna get some, you know, perks because, you know, patience pay off. That's it.
Now I will say, getting it either on the Switch to the Xbox or the PC version, if you didn't wait for the PS5, if you did wait for the PS5 to launch other places, then at least you're getting the quote unquote cheat codes built into the game so that you can speed through the story. Which, let's be fair, the story is phenomenal. It always has been. yeah, I don't like some of the changes that they made in the remake and rebirth
Right.
versions with the whole multiverse theory, because that was completely new and separate from what it is. That's why it's a reimagining and not a remake or a remaster.
So hold
But
on. Quick question, because
yeah,
I started playing, and I feel like I was super strong, and then I realized that I had a bunch of fucking skill points that I didn't spend or something, and I'm like, why? And it's because while I was like joining the game, I picked the cheat code that you're telling me by mistake, because I wanted to play the game like as a level 0 and work my way up, and as a mistake I did it. But now like I realized that I was like 5 hours in, now that you mentioned this, and now I'm like thing out, and I'm like I can't come back, and I already have all these abilities and shit. So the game feels, in that sense, less rewarding because I'm super
yes,
powerful, and I didn't want that to happen, but it happened. And bro, I've done so much before I realized it, because the first enemies are easy. You don't. I didn't really get it,
yeah,
and now I'm stuck with this playthrough.
yeah. You'd have to restart the entirety of the game
Nah, I'm not
before.
doing that, man. Fuck that shit, bro. I ain't got time for that. I had like 15 hours in the game already,
Yeah, yeah.
and I realized late. Like, and now that you mention it, I was like,
I've got
oh
over
shit, no
200.
wonder. Uh,
I've got over
no,
200
you
hours in my
start at
game.
level 65 or something.
Yeah, with the cheat codes on. I believe if
But
you
man,
don't,
I'm so
then you
fucking
start
bugged
at
out.
level 15 or 20. It doesn't
Okay, so
start
if
you
you
at,
name
at dead
Frank,
level
bro,
1, but that name kills me. Just seeing it
crazy
in the chat.
shit,
It's funny.
guys. Just look at the time. God damn it, we went
Yeah,
over by
we
an
got to go.
hour, pretty much. We're having so much fun. We had guests in the
Absolutely.
show. I'll try to do this more often. Show you out the link so you can hop in and say your piece or whatever.
How
Then
dare you
Reese,
go over
man,
the time, Demo?
thank you so much for
What is
coming
wrong
through,
with you?
bro. I appreciate you.
No problem.
How's it going, bro? What you got going on?
Yeah, where you been,
Keep the show
Daviesy?
going.
Nothing. Just been working and playing some games. I find myself on my off days playing the hell out of some Forza Horizon 6, and I'll start playing it and look up and half the day is over with and I got nothing done. So it's pretty much how things been going with me. Other than that, you can see me around. I'll be in the chat, lurking, messing with people.
Yeah. Shout out to you, man. Thank you so much for coming through. Now,
Thanks
Power
for
Boss,
having me.
you're welcome, bro. Anytime. Power Boss, what the fuck is going on with you, man? What you been up to? What you got going on for the weekend? Happy
Well, my
Father's Day,
second
too, by
monitor
the way, to
died.
all the
So,
fathers. I forgot about that shit. Happy Father's
yeah,
Day to everybody, to all the fathers, man.
Father's Day, everybody. Happy Father's Day.
Go see your
Yeah,
pops, man. Go see your pops. You know, they
but
important.
yeah, I've been everywhere doing everything. Trying to keep my mind open for On Point for Gamers because they're starting up the new shows. They just had the anime podcast Wednesday for their second showing, and BitCloud announced, or C Money announced that BitCloud is going to be taking over a PlayStation-oriented On Point for Gamers. So looking forward to seeing when he starts doing that. So that's going to be kind of fire. You know, he's a gamer at heart. He's always been PlayStation centric, but he's never shied away from an Xbox game. He's always made his voice opinion, and the PlayStation
always been
the
fair.
community practically threw him out.
Yeah.
But yeah, Young Dreads anime podcast. I can't remember the name of it off the top of my head. It's like Anime After Dark or something like that.
Nice, nice.
It's actually run by his kid and a couple of others from Drop Down or Get Down Anime.
I
Get
need
Down
to
Anime.
pass by. I need to pass by
Yeah.
here because I've
But that's
been
Wednesday nights.
watching some
Wednesday
anime and
nights.
shit. Ooh, by the way, Baki's out. Baki, a new season. Go ahead and check it out.
Nice.
Oh, hell yeah.
But other than that, since my computer monitor, my second one went out, and I got to get a new one. So I haven't been playing my Xbox as much unless I switch my computer monitor over to play it or put it back on my big TV over there. I've been watching One Piece and getting
Nice.
pretty much through that. I'm on episode like 860 something or 871 or something like that. Oh, I've been watching it for a while, but it's out of like 1,100 episodes that Netflix has. But I got to find in between after Whole Cake Island arc which is like
Cake Island.
878, or about
Oh,
200
Cake
episodes
Island.
because Netflix doesn't have them.
Oh, you're in the Cake Island arc? Oh, Cake Island is fun.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's
man.
great.
Dope. Yeah, when it comes to anime, that's what Solo Leveling, new season got
Oh,
announced.
absolutely.
Jujutsu Kaisen as well. Got
But
a
you can
new
always find me
season.
everywhere. I'm in just about everybody's streams.
Yeah. There's a lot of shit going on. A lot of games, bro. Steam Next Fest got enemies, guy. Go ahead and check it out. So many games. I'm going crazy. And also, don't forget to claim your fucking Epic Game Store games. They're free to play. Next Xbox is gonna have possibly Epic, Steam, and all that shit. So go ahead, make yourself an account and claim those games, bro. Because I mean, there's a lot of free games out there.
I want to toss out a theory question to you, Demo.
All right. Bet.
If for whatever reason Game Pass, starts changing, what would you say to the idea of changing the way Ultimate works with day one? Not to say to get rid of it,
Yeah.
but more precisely saying you can't sign up 1 month, get and play the game that happens to be on Game Pass that month. And in order to get the game has to have been out for so long before it'll be on Game Pass day one when you sign up to the service. Because one of the things that I came out with, or not came out with, but saw recently was somebody saying, PlayStation fan, he uses Game Pass, he makes no qualms about it, and he's definitely a fanboy, but he says, I'll wait and spend my money buying GTA 6, buying a couple of other handful of games like Silent Hill, Townfall, and about a month later sign up for Game Pass, play these 3 games day one, and then cancel my subscription.
Okay.
What
that's a
if,
valid way of doing things.
What if Xbox says, in order to get access to certain day one games,
you have to be subscribed for a while.
You have to be subscribed for at least 2 months, and that you have to There's something else I was going to put in there.
Basically that. Or I mean that'll be crazy because let's say for
you have to keep an active subscription basically.
Right.
Or the game has been out for so many months.
Let me say this. Like my subscription might have run out. I may have forgot to pay it. Maybe that 1 month I wasn't gaming because I was out of town or was moving around or something, and then I want to help back in Game Pass because my setup is ready or something, and then I had to wait to play those games. I feel like that's super anti-consumer. I feel like the way it is the way it is. Like
I don't like it either, but it was just a thought.
I think it's a fair deal for people that were already in the ecosystem, as it were. Like, say if it did lapse over, like you said, demo, and but I think the system should detect that you were a long-term subscriber. I think it's a fair deal if it's for new customers.
Right. I would say, bro, like, Game Pass it is what it is. Like,
it was just something I was throwing out there.
Yeah, I know. And this conversation could go for hours. But I would just say to that, like, let them do it like that, bro. Because what Xbox is trying to do is to give you games every fucking month so that you stay subscribed.
Yeah, because that goes back to your sorry.
No, but we're getting that. Like, think about it. And I'm gonna pull out here the Xbox, the app, and then real quick before we move, and I'm gonna share my screen, and you guys are gonna see what I'm talking about. And this is their plan is to give you so much content that you cannot unsubscribe. And that's the way that I see it. Now, I mean, of course, Game Pass is not going to be worth it every time for me. Every month, there's going to be months like, I've been playing Crimson Desert or something. I'm so stuck in the game that I don't be on Game Pass at all. You know what I'm saying? That month, it doesn't make sense for me to pay for Game Pass. So I could just easily cancel my subscription, play the game that I'm playing for the month, and then come back when I'm free to see what the fuck is up. You know? But even then, I still keep it. Why? Because there's games that I want to try that they just dropped, and it's just little simple games that you might have had to buy otherwise. And it's just like I'm so in the ecosystem that for me, let me
For
go
you to
ahead.
drop out like that,
Yeah,
yeah, and it is. I keep it because there are, like you said, there are games that I haven't touched yet that I end up seeing in Game Pass that I want to play. I know this is going to be a bit of a surprise, but I've never played a Witcher, and I thought about buying Witcher, but now it's in Game Pass, so I'm downloading it right now as we speak, so I can start playing it.
facts. It's
I
amazing game.
love The Witcher 3, and I got the DLC for it, and the game is honestly phenomenal.
Yeah. You're gonna love it, bro. Like you're gonna be
Yeah, it's
like
good.
it's just gonna be crazy to experience it for the first time. But as you can see, we got EA Sports FC 26. I didn't buy it. I usually buy every FC Sports and FIFA because I love soccer. Everybody knows that shit. But I didn't buy it this year, and they put it on Game Pass. I haven't even downloaded it honestly because I haven't had time. But it's a valuable addition. They added Vanguard. I was never gonna buy this game ever again, even though I love Call of Duty. I could care less about World War II. Been there, done that several times, but now it's in Game Pass. I don't have to buy it. I'll definitely play the campaign and stay away from the multiplayer. Yeah, you heard me say that. I'm not gonna play this multiplayer. We got Johnsters, a day one title, Star Seeker, I know day one title, survival in space. I tried it out for a little bit. It's
I
cool.
played the original Astroneer, so I am looking forward to seeing what that one offers.
Oh, boss, you're gonna love this shit. It's actually really good.
Yeah.
Frog Squad, shout out to John Dretz. He was in the chat earlier saying that he was planning to play this game. I didn't
Yep.
it was in Game Pass, whatever, but I check it out. We got Beast.
Definitely a friend slot game, I think.
It's just like they kept on adding shit, and now if you go here to the coming day one or coming soon, coming to Game Pass, look at this shit, bro. Abyssus, which is like a Doom like title. RV Day year, this game was extremely popular on early access here on Steam.
Soul
We got
Shakers
Wings
pretty
of
much
Honor.
played through that like 9 different episodes, and it's hilarious
Yeah.
with friends.
Halo campaign Evolve is coming in like in a few days. Then we have Beast of Reincarnation coming next month or something. Resonance, a Plague Tale Legacy as well. Dune Awakening, and let's see. Like every month we got something coming here. E-Day, Stranger to the Air. Like, listen, like you always gonna come back for more if you're about that gaming life. But not everybody plays games like that, and I understand.
Yep, and there's different games for everybody.
I'm literally not taking full advantage of Game Pass. I'm being honest because I don't really have time to play all these things. I work every fucking day pretty much, and I have all the shit to do, and I have a kid, and even if I
Yeah,
want
you work and you got kid to look after too, and the house and everything. So yeah, you're a busy guy.
to me, the day that it's not worth it to me, I promise you I won't be on Game Pass because I'm not like that. I'm not gonna keep Game Pass just because I support Microsoft. I like Game Pass because of what it gives me, not because it's making Microsoft rich. They give me a bunch of day one games. I'm saving money and playing more than ever. Like the fuck I look like. Of course I'm fucking gonna love it. How can you hate something like that? Especially when what you like to do is play games. And coming from Cuba, a place in which I had to go to a hood and risk my life to get a Sega cartridge and exchange it at risk of somebody keeping my game or taking my games away and my console and everything. And now I have all these games at my disposal. Like, dude, I'm unloving this shit, bro. I don't know how people can be against
Well,
it.
they just added Final Fantasy VI not too long ago, the original, onto Game Pass.
All of that in due time.
So I have them all downloaded. I've been, going back and forth between other games, playing them. I'm loving the Clover Pit. I just got the expansion, and I used Microsoft reward points to get it for free because they gave me a $5 gift card.
That's another
Oh,
thing.
hell yeah.
Microsoft rewards are amazing, bro.
And that's
It
not
is.
including
It
the fact that I
is.
didn't redeem anything either.
Bro, I'm
Mhm.
sitting
So
on
I
like
still have my full
70,
points.
80,000 points in there, just waiting for the right game to drop or the right controller or the right, piece of
Yeah.
hardware that are headphones. God knows,
So-
bro. Anything you can buy.
I want to just say, enjoy what you want to enjoy, play what you want to play where you want to play.
Exactly.
You can
Game
voice your
Pass does.
opinion. Yeah, go ahead.
Game Pass doesn't give me that FOMO either.
Absolutely.
Exactly. Because you can just play at your own time. Hmm.
And if you
Yep.
pay for the upgraded and deluxe versions, which is cheaper if you have Game Pass, by the way, sometimes you get 2 to a week worth of early access to play it.
I do get from Game Pass every time that an Xbox game drops, like South of Midnight, Avowed, Outer Worlds, I always get the upgrade. Always get the
Yeah.
upgrade because I like to play early. That's what I do, and it doesn't bother me having to pay $30 to play a little bit earlier because. First off, I'm a content creator. I like to talk about the game. See, like I'm playing this. You know what I mean? Like I like
everybody
to.
buys games for different reasons.
I like to walk the walk. Like if I'm talking about games, I like to be informed. I like to be like, oh shit, I played this, I played that, or I'll give it a shot, or I've seen it, or I know what it is at least. You know what I'm saying? Because I feel like there's a lot of people who talk a lot of games and they don't play nothing. Like they're not playing nothing, and I think that's terrible as a pundit, as a podcaster, talking about something that you don't even know what the fuck you're talking about is insane to me. I don't even know how you can stand in here and fake it yourself a console war. And we got many people in here who are picking up controllers like Jim Ryan. You know what I'm saying in here. But what do I know? Anyways, guys,
Let's get on out of here.
let's get the fuck out of here. Love you. Happy Father's Day. Enjoy it. It's your boy Demo Flow checking out.
Take care.
Play games, Joe.
Yeah, Ra, yo Chico boy, Ra, hey, Demo Flow Gaming.
Boom, boom, I'm back.
Ra,
Toma. Boom, boom, boom.
Dice, yo Chico in the house, papi. Dale, yeah. Ponies over here, ponies over there.
Yeah.
Ponies over here, ponies over there.
Yeah.
Ponies over here, ponies over there.
Yeah.
Ponies over there,
Yes.
ponies over there. Yeah. Ponies over here, ponies over there.
Yeah.
Ponies over here, ponies over there.
Oh.
Ponies over here, ponies over there. Ponies over there, ponies over there. Ponies over here, ponies over there. I smell caca, ponies everywhere. They don't play no games, only do their console sales. It's because ponies ain't got shit to tell. Ask about the best, but I haven't played. That's what I hear the ponies tell me every day. Ponies be so silly, but I had no pity. They dissed us for the decade, but now Xbox leady. Now they got no games, karma is so weird. You wish that on Xbox you even volunteer. Instead of play with Smith, filled with PC ports. Third-party games saying you're your pony love. Waiting for Forza that's almost 5 years old. Copying for remasters, damn that shit is cold. Do it for the plastic and all the pony blow. That's why Sony got you spending all your dough.